You want to know what guys really think and talk about behind closed doors? Look no further. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcasts. You'll most likely be offended, but you'll probably laugh too. So, enjoy. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcast. I'm Kevin, and tonight I'm joined by a ginger named...
Hi, I'm Kirk, and I take offense to using the term ginger.
That's what you are.
What do you mean by that?
That's what the color of your hair is.
No, it's actually not really the color of my hair. I'm just malnourished.
Okay, fair enough. Other than Kirk, I'm also joined by Mr. Moves, a.k.a.
Hi, I'm Murray.
What's up?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, what's up, Murray?
I'm just still on the ginger thing. I'm thinking Gilligan's Island now.
I was triggered right away. You know what?
What's up?
It's weird being like, I mean, they always say like being white is amazing, except if you have red hair. It's like everyone's like, oh, you don't know because you're white, and I'm like, what? No, well, like every day someone says you don't have a soul, like I know. Like I can't give sperm because they don't want the redhead gene in people anymore. It's like it's fucked up, right?
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
I would make some cute kids, who knows?
Before we start though, like I wanna do a shout out to a listener who went on our Facebook and confirmed the validity of Mr. Moves. The listener's name's Carolyn. And
well, I don't know if anything was confirmed.
Well, no, she basically said that, you know what? When it comes to a date, beers and chicken wings, get it done. So, you know what?
Hey, wait.
We did do that.
Has she ever walked with me during the spring cherry blossom bloom in Hyde Park, though?
No.
Because that's two wonderful sights at once.
All I know is that the listener just basically says that, you know what, if you want to impress or if you want a good time, chicken wings and beer will get it done. And Mr. Moves, is that a pretty standard move? Or, like, your success rate with, like, is chicken wing and beer, you're kind of, is that, like, what level of game is that for you? Or is that you're just standard, like...
No, it's standard. But, like, standard. It's, like, she, like, it's like, came out, It's like, come out.
Right.
Have a good time.
Right. But
have some drinks.
Is that like a first date?
Chicken wings.
Is that your first date move, chicken wings?
No, I don't think it was a first date thing.
No. Okay. But, like, I mean, okay, what is your first date move?
I kick the table.
It depends, man. We've talked about this. It really depends what what the vibe is.
Right.
You could do. It could be it could be appetizers at like a place. It could be wings. You could go for a coffee, like, but I wouldn't go like sit at a Tim Hortons and like sit in a corner. I'd say grab a coffee, go for a walk. Wintertime makes it hard.
Right.
Shit like that. Maybe go skating. Like
maybe skating at the Harbourfront Center would be pretty nice. Yeah. Pretty beautiful view of Lake Ontario.
Fair enough.
They've got the.
I don't know. I heard it's balls cold there and shit. But,
I've seen some cold balls there myself.
I don't know. I just think when it comes to the dates and chicken wings and stuff like that, I'm very finicky about that stuff because, like, I know what, like, I look like, or I know how I get around chicken wings, and I like to devour those things, like ribs and stuff like that, and I just don't know if I could have, like, a conversation with
Well, I can because I'm not an animal.
Okay, I guess that's...
So I guess, so Kevin,
I guess that's a difference.
I guess in that case, we've been on many dates together. Because we've eaten, I don't know, how many chicken wings together?
A lot of chicken wings.
Like, you can't even quantify them at this point.
Yeah.
Like, how many metric tons of...
A lot.
I don't necessarily think it was, like, the chicken wings. Well, you know what? Maybe I would have said they've got good chicken wings here. But I like it was also the
here's the
environment
move.
probably. Like that, I know the place that she's referring to that I used to go. I don't go there anymore.
Yeah.
I lost that in a breakup with a different girl. I lost the bar.
This area of town is yours now.
It fucking really turns into that, right?
Right.
Fuck yeah, you can't go there, man. But. What was I saying? I lost the place in a breakup, but that was after this period.
Right.
So I don't know. It would have just she would have come out with me, and then we should ask her. I don't know. Maybe she'll make a comment about it.
Maybe
and
it was
refresh my memory because I remember, but I don't fully remember. Right? Because that was a long time ago.
Maybe what she means is more of like a laid back thing. It's not like, I'm going above and beyond my, means, or I'm just showing you on a date what it's like to be hanging out with me.
I'm pretty sure she liked me.
Oh no, I thought you meant the chicken wings thing. Sorry. Are you know?
I think when it comes to that though, the tip is if you're gonna go on a date and eat chicken wings, dry rub over sauces, or does that even matter?
You don't want it. You don't want to have it too saucy, man.
That's
but you don't want, I could see I know more women than men I've seen will get the sauce on the side, or they like it dry, you know what I mean. They don't like to get as messy, but I also don't want to have chicken wing fingers,
right?
And residue all over my hands.
And save the residue for later.
Well, it's funny. So not related to me, but I was having a conversation with some people, friends, guys and girls, and they actually talked about that. And they were a girl said, you get fucking that shit all over your fingers, and we were we'll wash our hands or whatever. And she's like, but you don't get it fully out from under your nails and everything. And you're getting fucking hot suicide sauce. And she's like, I'm not gonna let you touch me after that. And she's like, if you go somewhere, all of a sudden I'm burning. And I'm like, does that even make sense? It must. I don't know. It came from a reliable source, right? So all these years, that's what I'm thinking. So, if you're a woman and that's true, maybe let us know.
Right.
So, lemon pepper wings, everybody.
Yes, lemon pepper are the date approved wings.
You guys seen Atlanta? Lemon pepper, everybody.
All right. So I want to get in. Speaking about dating, and dates, I want to get into this subject of tonight's podcast because we kind of touched upon it on our last pod, but I read an article recently that dug more into it, and it's basically how the psychology of how men tend to date younger women, and women tend to date that age-old. It seems to be very
older men with younger women.
Yeah, and What
about older women with younger men? Are we just throwing it all older with younger? Just
we can dig into that as well, but
just call it that, older with younger.
Sure, but this one really comes
age differentials and sexual intercourse. Everybody,
I know. So older men with younger women, predominant, because that's what it is.
It doesn't even go into we're not talking you Hefner old and thing. I'm just saying, if you're a 30-year-old guy, maybe you're dating a 20-year-old, or whatever.
For a while, when I was early 20s, when I first got a beard coming in. I really thought touch of gray beard stuff was to put gray into your beard. So I was I would be so funny if I go into an old, I look like I could put gray in my beard and look 40 overnight. And apparently it's the opposite way. It's for, to put a little bit of, brown or black into
it. So you look pretty shitty, I'm assuming.
Yeah, my red beard, and I'd have patches of black. it would look pretty bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they probably have your color.
Let me match this in the Shoppers Drug Mart. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have ginger? What'd you say?
You probably have to pay extra for that. It's probably rare.
It is probably pretty rare.
Yeah, they barely.
But limited run coloring. Yeah.
So what do you think about the whole, generally speaking, from the people that you know in your lives, is it a general rule that the man is usually older than the woman? Or in your relationship, Murray, are you older
I've
or
always
younger?
been older.
You've always been in every single time. You never
except
dated
for maybe high school. No, okay, that's a lie.
What? What do you mean?
Well, no, I mean I don't know.
Yeah.
19, 20. Like, you know,
okay,
there's a couple of girls that were older, like, you know, 2-3 years older for a bit.
But generally speaking, you're always the older guy. You're the
I'd say you know, once I hit a certain point, it was like, you know, 2-3 years younger, and then I've gone. Yeah, there's been interesting.
What's the biggest gap you've ever had?
The biggest gap was.
No, that was low hanging fruit.
No, I'm thinking about it. Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Ooh, is that recently?
That was about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Over 10-year gap.
Like 12 years.
Right. So you were what? How old were you?
She was 19.
And you were
31.
Oh, that's proper. I salute you, sir, to that. That is a I don't know. What about you, Kirk? Well, your age group. Have you always dated younger girls, or have you ever even gone older?
I guess most girls I ever really went out with were pretty close to my age, so like a year or two, maybe younger. No,
okay,
I never dated a girl older. The biggest gap was my last girlfriend. It was about like she was 27 when I was 31. So yeah, 4 years or so.
Okay, fair enough. So
it's not really
the gap is enough.
Like, it wasn't like, but the thing is though, is that like any woman over 18 is more mature than me, so it's not really a big deal. It's
right.
Like I don't feel like I'm the older man in this relationship. I always feel like I'm bossed around no matter what and told what to do. Right. So, and like that they have, you know, better ideas about how to be a reasonable person than me. So
right. So the article that I read basically went into the reasons why it is that, you know, younger women get hitched with the older guys. And you know, there's always that general belief that, oh yeah, you know, older guys have money and, you know, they take care of the younger girls. But there's more than that. And some of the top reasons were, one is that make the guys feel a little bit younger, right? In general, like.
Well, I'm currently in a 9-year difference, but you know, she knew I had no money.
Yeah. So, but
like we're talking about like, you know, normal shit in a way, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let you continue.
No. What I'm saying is, like, generally speaking, like, okay, as you know, guys tend to mature a little bit slower than women, right? So when a guy hooks up with a girl that's younger, it's almost like, you know what, they're actually on the same maturity level at that time, like, kind of. Well, it depends. It depends on that gap, obviously. But
yeah, I can agree with you for like up to a certain point.
Yeah. Yeah, another reason why, and again, this is what the article says, there's a psychological belief about how mature men are more secure in their shit. Basically, it's like, you know, if you were dating a woman you're the same age as you, she'd be able to call you out on your shit like, oh, how come you haven't done this? How come you haven't done this? Whereas a younger girl's like, wow, you've accomplished this?
I think that's absolutely true in the beginning.
In the beginning, okay.
Or in a relationship where it's about security or about, like, if you got into, like, big gaps, like, you know, a 50-year-old dude or, you know what I mean? Like, these weird sugar daddy relationships.
Yeah.
Where, like, yeah, maybe they're not going to say anything, right? But if it's, like, you're just with somebody and there's that gap, if that's the relationship and you're, like, they'll call you out eventually. Like, they're going to be like, well, this fucking bothers me.
Yeah.
Because they're in a relationship with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but also we're like in that like weird generational thing where like men are more than ever kind of like baby men. So I feel like
totally.
Like so it's becoming worse. I feel like women might ultimately be doing this because of us because we're like some of us like are so immature or like you know,
they're immature too.
Just man child. Maybe, but they see it, but they don't like look. They don't see it objectively about themselves. They see it through other people. So maybe they're like, I'll date like an older guy because he's mature, and then like, and that's when maybe you're right. The more you dig into it, they're all kind of like fucking babies anyway. So
yeah.
Like then it's like that old guy. They're gonna have to show him how to set up their Wi-Fi password and shit. Like, and they're gonna find out like in other ways you're also kind of useless.
Yeah.
Like he can maybe hang a shelf, but he's not going to know how to like, you know, turn the TV on.
Yeah. But see, like, okay, that's more, I guess that's the general like, you know, that's the stereotypical, you know, old man, you know, with a blonde Playboy bunny, like you know, the girl could be his daughter. But I'm talking, I mean, if you look at what do you call it, Beyonce and Jay-Z, I think that's a 20-year difference. But they've kind of
really
like I like
no.
he was like in his late 30s.
She's been around for a while now, man. Like,
no, hold on.
He's like 50 and she's like 35. I feel like it's a 15-year maybe gap or so.
yeah, that might make sense. Fuck, if he's 50.
Yeah,
he's old now.
I thought he was like 44.
but like he's been in like the rap game since like the early 90s, right? So it's like that makes sense.
44.
So if you're 20 something,
I figured he would have been like 19, 20 when he got in. Maybe a bit older. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let us
12 years. Sorry, my bad. 12
okay,
years.
well that's a huge
so
fucking drop from 20.
12 years.
I was closer at 50.
So 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah, so
still 12 years. That's not.
That's like 30, 42. Like, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think people think of them as a couple as being like. It's not like, remember Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones when like he was.
Yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
He wasn't like Wall Street Michael Douglas anymore.
And he took her down when she was in her like
Yeah.
like 30, right?
Yeah, she was like 30,
She
but
was
he was
coming
like
off in
60.
Stratman. Great movie.
That's true. Laser scene.
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, that's right.
Wasn't Sean Connery in that?
Yeah. That's another guy who.
He was like,
Once again, they played up the old guy with the
he's
young
like,
woman.
he's
Yeah.
right clear and trap on there. We're giving me a boner.
Yeah, but I mean, so like obviously there's that phenomenon, right? And generally speaking, why do you think it's so easy to? Why do you think girls do it?
Why do they go for older dudes?
Yeah. Well, what are your top reasons why?
Well, from what I've heard and from what I've known and seen and whatever, or like people have told me, is that a big thing is that they just like people are like they date around their age or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just attracted to older dudes forever. I don't know. Maybe it's like a dad thing.
Daddy issues.
But the thing is that like a lot of drama and a lot of shit is sorted out.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Chances are you have a fucking like you got a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might have a place. Like you're more stable. You're probably not doing a lot of stupid shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like you're probably settled. You know, so you're probably more. You're more capable of having a relationship rather than dealing with a lot of fucking problems, and then they got to deal with your issues, right?
Basically, as an older guy, you're a safer bet. You're not going to be some young kid running around fucking shit up. With the older guy, you probably, I guess, have a better chance of it actually being lasting.
And I know a lot of people that have been in relationships like, you know, similar ages or whatever, and for a long time, you know, like let's say early to mid 20s, like for years, like relationships for a long time, but then like it's like that clock starts ticking or something, or like their friends, somebody they know starts like dating a guy, and then like, all of a sudden like who they've been with isn't good enough. Like they're like, well, like, are you going to be doing this forever?
Yeah.
Or like, are you going to get your shit together? And meanwhile, the guy's like, well, you just fucking relax. Like, you know, we're young. And like, she's looking at like, I need security. I need you to get your act together. And then like, they break up.
Right.
And she starts dating somebody that's more stable with, like a better job, a little older. And, you know, I've seen a lot of that, which is some cold shit. Right. And I've seen some revenge cases where it's pretty good because it ends up being like, you know, that guy ends up getting his shit together shortly after that. And it's like, see ya.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's pretty funny, but I think that's what happens, right? It's like there's a great commercial. Have you seen that commercial out where it's like the guy is like winning girls over with chocolate?
You mean Forrest Gump?
No.
Like he's like winning girls over with chocolate and it's cute and everything, and the girl goes for him, and then it evolves where she's sitting at a bar, and then the guy across from the bar has like a gold band, and it slithers across like a snake and wraps around her wrist.
Yeah.
And like the game's elevated. You know what I mean? And the
gold.
guy is there and he sees it and he realizes, oh shit. Like my little chocolate cue game isn't gonna it's not gonna last now. Like you got to elevate your game.
Yeah, right.
Oh, is this like the history of picking up women? Like when you start like younger and you can like give a girl a chocolate and she'll like you.
Kind of. It's like
and then and you get to like high school and you're like you gotta like buy her some beer or give her some weed or something.
Yes.
And then it's like diamonds and then a car.
If you push 30 and you're still using the beer and weed philosophy. chances are she's gonna start to like drift.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's gonna be some arguments.
Honestly, that's one of the reasons why this article interested me, because like, so like I'm coming up on that big 30, big 30, right? And like, I've always felt like, so like there's this meme out there where it's like, when you get to that age, you got 3 options. You're either gonna date someone that has a kid, or you're gonna date
No,
or you're gonna date a girl who's
you're not gonna date a virgin.
or you're gonna be single forever. Those are the 3 fucking options.
No,
and I'm like,
you're gonna have damaged goods. Like,
so basically the fucking
So, Kevin,
Yeah.
what I would suggest is every year just roll back your age like an odometer on Facebook and on your dating to keep you at 29 if you're worried about that.
so is that what you think, man?
No.
You're destined to be with a chick with kids.
No. Well, dude. So far, I mean, and this is just from the experiences I've had. I've run into girls that were either they had kids, or they were with, or had a boyfriend, or whatever.
But see, you're in that prime spot now. So like, because you've been going through a lot of the a lot of the settling, the sediment, like, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of at that point now where a lot of women or girls that have been in relationships, like going into their, mid 20s or later 20s or whatever the fuck they're doing, however the fuck old they're, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But they're going to realize, like, okay, well, my boyfriend's an idiot, or like, I want to be single, or who knows, right?
You just need to get out of Scarborough too. But I feel like Scarborough is your problem with the like the kids. Maybe
actually there is a phenomenon behind that.
It's a similar thing when I was in Sarnia. I'd be like, "Wow, this girl's really cute. She's 24, but on her bio she's like, I got 4 kids." I'm like, how the hell do you have 4 kids and you're 24 already? I just don't understand. I'm not trying to. I don't understand how you can pop out that many kids and you still look pretty good. But it's just like, this is so soon in your life. Why didn't you think of any other options? You could have been doing, now you're going to date me.
I don't know. But yeah, what I'm saying is like,
that's when they choose to make you work for it too.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, my options are starting to become that. But
no, so like you're becoming more of an option. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm getting older. I'm getting a little bit more in value.
Yeah, your value is growing, right?
But,
so like you're not just like a younger asshole.
Yeah.
That you're just another dude for them. You know, like it could be you, it could be him, it could be
but here's the
another
thing.
guy. But now it's like there's everybody at that age and girls, like you're just an option now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think when like obviously you're saying the option. I think that only works against a certain demographic. Like what I'm saying is like girls my age, like where I'm at, they're more thinking about they want to settle down, kids, house.
That's right.
All that stuff.
Yeah, that's right. They're probably getting out of shit looking for that.
See, the thing is, me personally, my mentality is not there yet.
Well, then you're fucked.
I'm still in the like. Let me drive around in my Mustang.
Well, then
maybe
it shouldn't be like girls that are younger. You need to look at women that are getting like out of marriages that don't want kids. You know what I mean?
That's a very specific fucking
husband.
Like you want
nice guys make the best second husbands, as far as I'm concerned.
That's a very specific niche.
Well, no, it's not. It's not even. That's like the best way for.
Like, what was that thing? I got to bring it up. What was that thing again? What we were talking about? It wasn't on. I wasn't on a podcast.
No, but
when we were talking about, would you rather be with? What the fuck was that?
Oh, fuck. There's a lot of would you rathers. I've done a lot of would you rathers.
No, would you rather be with a 20, like an older, like late 20s, like a 28-year-old, or what was that, 26?
Yeah.
Or a 30-year-old chick with like a couple of kids.
Yeah.
Or no kids.
Yeah.
Like an average 30-year-old, no kids, or like the fucking 20-year-old with like 2 kids or something. Wasn't that what were you talking about?
I don't know, but there was some options there. Like
you were like, what about if she was older with kids? And I was like, what?
Yeah. Oh no, there was that option. Oh no, I think it was like, would you rather date a girl that?
I don't know where I'm going with that.
No, I think it was like, would you rather date a girl who was like not so great, but she didn't have kids, or date a fucking hot like 20-year-old mess who already has like 2 or 3 kids,
right?
Already. And honestly, in that, like, you know what? It comes down to like listen, at the end of the day, and here's my little stance behind women who have kids. They're 100% dateable. They are like I like as far as I'm concerned, it's just that you got to come and realize that the kids are a part of that factor. Personally, if I roll up and like she's like, oh, yo, we should date, I'll be like, listen, I'm dating you. I'm not really in the game to be a daddy right now, but I'm definitely down to date. Like, I don't know if, and you know what, that might.
I think that's fair.
I don't know. Like,
what do you think, Kirk? Is that fair? That's fair, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think most women are pretty reasonable about it too. I remember, like, there was one.
If you met a girl.
Well, there was no. I actually did didn't end up dating this woman, but we were talking. She was kind of like, we're at the point where and she was like talking about her son. He was a bit like, he was like 6 or 7, and he was there, and she's like, yeah, when I date somebody, I don't want to think of them automatically as like a surrogate father. I just want to, I want them to like my son. I want them to be like friends. I want them to play Lego. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a lot to expect me to like all of a sudden you just slot in and take care of my boy. It's So I think I feel like, at that point, it depends on the person too. Like, I think some people are very reasonable about it and understand that like it's hard for someone just to come in like that. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of where it starts, right? I think like my brother, he just got married, and his wife had a daughter from the previous marriage, and the daughter really likes my brother, but I think they started slow.
I hope so.
Like the daughter, she was like, she likes my brother more than her real dad.
Well, he's there.
Because he's
at the end of the day,
it's weird. I mean, my brother's really good to her, and he like his.
Well, how old is the daughter?
She's like 6 or something.
Okay, so she's still in those ages.
The relationship's going to change. Like when she gets older, and might have a relationship with her real father.
No, she does though. But I think she goes there on the weekends, and it's like, and it's not good for her. She comes back like a mess, and my brother and his wife offer like a nicer kind of life for her, and he does a lot more things for her because I guess maybe he has the means. I don't know.
Well, he bought in. That's a family unit, right?
Yeah.
Like he's there now for the long haul.
Yeah, I mean, but I think like it sounded like in the beginning, like it was almost like even though she was so young, still like 4 or 5 when they first started dating, that like she did put like him through the ringer, like the little girl. Like she gave him like kind of for her. She gave him kind of like not like shit, but basically like
I think you gotta expect that.
She like tested him as a person to see where he was at, and I'm happy for him. I'm like, because me that I may not have went for that, but I think like he is like was nice enough to be like, oh yeah, no.
Well, it worked enough that they are where they are.
Yeah, like he bought in as a person too. He's like, I'm gonna you're part of the package. Like you're just as important to me as your mom. He says that kind of stuff, and I think he means it. Which is nice.
Isn't he a nice guy?
I mean, he's kind of a prick, but
I think she's having sex with him. I think it is harder for single moms to find someone, because like especially younger single moms necessarily to find like a guy who's like not just looking to hook up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like to actually be to do that, right?
Oh, I know so many girls.
Like I'll even just say this. So like when I was young, like it's like 22, or whatever. I coached like a season of hockey, right? I was like, this is a great idea. I'm gonna be a little like a coach. I'll be an assistant coach for hockey. So I did that, but they make you do like really little kids, man. Like that's what you got to do. You got to do like 4, 5, 6-year-olds
right.
for like your first year as an assistant coach on like a fucking Saturday morning at like 8 a.m. Not the ideal time when you're that age. You go out and drink until fucking 4 a.m. Right? So basically, I'm hungover every morning, but.
Bad news.
There was like a bunch of kids that there was a few that were.
This sounds like moms. All the coaches I had.
There was single moms and their kids, right?
Yeah.
And like little things, like they didn't know how to do the skates. They didn't know how, so it's like, okay, so like I'm doing the skates for the kids. I'm getting them ready, right? Get them on the ice. And a couple of them were really good little players, right? And it's like, I took an interest in them. I'm like, you could actually be really good. And, just talking to the mom, like, okay, well, this year they're good here. In a couple years, you're probably going to want to move them here. I got invited to dinners. You know what I mean? And, like, the moms were like a couple of them were like, well, you're really nice. Like, you take an interest. And, like, it seems like you're, pretty smart and, like, got your shit together. And I'm like, you know nothing about me. Like, you have no idea. Like, I was doing body shots 5 hours ago. And now, now I'm around kids, like, on the skates.
They're just trying to get you inside that house, man.
I got invited to dinners and stuff. And, like, it was really, like, it was sweet. Like, I get it. But these, like, they weren't older. Yeah. Like, they were probably, like, a few years older than me. And they're single moms with their kids in hockey, right? And I'm like, I didn't go for it just because I was like, yeah, I didn't like. I'm not. At that point, I definitely wasn't ready to like. And they were pretty. They were pretty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, part of me was like, wow, fuck, why not? Like, yeah, I should take a run at it. But at the end of the day, I'm like, no, because there's a kid involved. Like,
you're honestly I guess the real life version of Mighty Ducks 1 coach, Coach Bombay, a drunk ex hockey player who ends up coaching a bunch of little kids and then trying to hook up with some of their moms.
He was only drunk once. He was just drunk once, and he got pulled over and then given community service.
Yeah, he got a raw deal.
Fair enough.
I felt it was heavy-handed.
I mean, you know what? The worst part of that is the legal system in that movie. If he hadn't been a dick in the beginning and been like a shitty lawyer, the other guy would have got him off. He'd been like, "Oh, you're my bud. I know you're Bombay. You're kind of a dick, but like, you know, you don't deserve to do all this." I think of like how much actual community service that was.
But fuck, I wanted him as my coach.
I know, but like, how many games do they play? How many practices? Like, that's like 100, 200 hours of community service. Huh? That's a lot of fucking community service. I'll tell you that much.
Well, what I found weird about that, it was heavy-handed punishment for like being drunk and like whatever.
It was.
Well, maybe not. Maybe community service does that.
Sometimes you got to go for the W.
But like, the guy would an actual justice system put a guy who may or may not be an alcoholic that was caught drinking and driving with children where you may or may not be in a position, well, you are, of power and authority and responsibility, and coaches drive players to games like quite a bit on occasion.
Do you remember when they were driving in the limousine on the ice?
Right.
And they're like, get my kid out of that limousine. He's like, I grew up on the ice. I know what I'm doing, lady. Who the fuck are you? I'm the coach.
I'm also the alcoholic.
I'm also, if you didn't know,
DUI right here.
The court system didn't let your team know, I'm the guy who got a DUI and is now coaching your kids.
Yeah, so basically criminals, they were appointing... No, what was it? No, he could do any community service. Well, I can't even remember now. I should watch that movie.
I think he got like stuck with that for some reason. I forget why though. Why he had to coach the hockey team.
I can't remember. Somebody was like...
It was Disney.
They were looking for a coach, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the first one, he gets stuck with it because he has to do community service to some...
But why would children? Like, this is my thing. Like, now community service is like, go to the soup kitchen.
I remember their team was called District 5, not even a team before they were called the Ducks. I know
that. No, I remember that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I think it had something to do, like... I forgot, it has something to do with the judge, his ruling.
And Anaheim knows all about it because they're all like, we're the fucking Ducks because of the movie.
No, they're not even not even the Mighty Ducks anymore. They're just the Ducks.
Well, we're the fucking Raptors. I'd rather be the Ducks.
Yeah.
Not for basketball. Not for basketball, though.
Yeah.
The Raptors is a good name. I don't think people remember that's from Jurassic Park anymore.
No, everybody remembers, and that's why
Toronto
it's
guys know. But you know what? Toronto, the Raptors in general have always been a very they've copied and pasted a lot of, like, for instance, the We the North thing. That's from Game of Thrones. That was from Game of Thrones. So they're really they're not.
Well, and then their logo is a fucking straight ripoff of New Jersey now. Isn't that like the same fucking logo?
That's the thing. They're not really originating
or similar. Yeah. Anyways, the logos and the fucking slogans and whatever. I have.
What do you guys think about Drake?
He's a good dude for Toronto.
Yeah,
I'm indifferent to him. I don't listen to his. I don't like his music. I put like 2 songs.
Yeah, and there was some girl I was talking to on a dating app recently, and I made a joke to her, but I don't think she didn't respond to it. I was kind of like, I thought it was kind of funny because I asked her, I'm like, how many Raptors have to get hurt before they put Drake on the floor, and what position does he play? And I was like, it's kind of a funny intro thing. And then she's like, I was like, so that was just weird for me to ask that because it's pretty much a joke, right?
I guess. Does she know who the Raptors are?
No, because it was in her profile that she's like, I'm a big Raptors fan.
Okay.
And her music was like Drake. So I'm like, I'm hitting 2 points right here.
Yeah. But
not to make a basketball reference, but that was a 2-point shot to like, try to get in there.
I got you.
I was like, what do I got to do, baby? Do I got to be like 6'2", blonde hair?
Yeah.
I'm a redheaded dude with tits. Let's look.
But see, that's another drawback with, because you're probably aiming at younger girls.
Somewhat. I guess like my target demographic is mid-20s.
Mid-20s, and you're what?
I'm a 32 years old.
Okay, so fair enough. But I'm just saying the drawbacks of dating young. Like,
see, I never knew age. Like, I just went out and like
So
I just went out.
So okay, your biggest gap was what? 10, 12 years, something like that.
Yeah, like
okay,
it's 12. Like
what were the
like
drawbacks to that?
nines.
Other than, I mean, listen, I can list probably a million positives, but what were the drawbacks to like that big of an age gap?
Was there like immediately off the top of my head, I wouldn't notice originally because like I guess it was hidden or they were trying. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Basically, like what you were saying was valid about like not calling you out on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Or making an effort. It's just eventually the immaturity.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it comes through like, because their friend's an idiot.
Right.
Or like, like shit starts going down in like personal lives with people and they're like getting involved or they're like cool with things and it's like, well, that's fucked up. Like it turns into that.
Right.
Like
but in terms of like, because in terms of you being able to keep up, were you able to keep up with that? Yeah, like if she wanted to go party at 2-3 a.m. in the morning, were you able to like keep up or like shit like that? Or like, because like that's the thing. Younger girls are a little bit more.
I was fine with that, but I mean like I said, responsibilities, like that's where it starts to change, right? Where you're dating like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old girl.
Yeah, her
responsibilities are a little different. Like she's university and like there's some classes, but like maybe I got to go to work. Like so there's a lot of shit that I got to maintain, or you got to maintain that guys that she could probably like other dudes she's gonna date at that age probably are idiots, or she's gonna date another older, like somebody older, again, but like they might have a little more sway in their responsibilities, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel that right now where I'm at that this age group and where I'm at in my life, I'm like the perfect, like my perfect demographic are like those girls that are like, just in first year college or whatever. Because like, no, hear me out. Like, see, look, I do not stand a chance.
You see,
this is hot.
Hang on a second.
This.
No.
Hold on.
I gotta. How old are first year college students now, though?
2021.
No,
I think you could be like 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
one of my best friends in university. Okay. One of my best friends in university was born in November, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, high school.
Yeah.
And he was going to university, and his sister pointed out to me that like he was going to be 17 going into the first year they canceled OAC, so he was going to be 17 going in.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't be actually.
OAC
he wouldn't be legal drinking age until his third year.
Oh fuck! Yeah, okay.
Of university, which is kind of fucked.
It's different now.
Fine. Okay. Fine. So fine. I'll give a number. 18 to 24.
Okay, no. You got to drop the 18.
19.
Yeah, you probably got to drop the 19.
What? 19 is 100.
You couldn't handle that. Oh.
I've dealt with 19. Well, I was 25.
You can't handle that.
I can't. 19
today?
No. Here's the reason why I'm perfect for a 19-year-old.
Do you like the taste of Tide Pods?
Listen, I have a car. They're immediately impressed by that. They probably don't. That's the reason. Here's the reason why I can't roll up with
Liquid
another.
Tide laundry detergent comes with a shot glass. I don't like.
Here's the reason why I can't roll with like another 30-year-old. Is that what do you call it? Odds are she's probably fucking like all settled up already. Probably all.
I want to actually go back.
Well-educated, probably making a shitload of money.
Can I go back to this?
Okay. Yes,
can I go back to this? Because you mentioned this before about like the women of your age group, and I think you just have to look more because there's way more women, especially like in this area of Toronto and like the downtown area, who I think you would be compatible with just based on the fact that like there's still people our age who are trying to figure it out. Like they're done university, they've seen part of the world, but they don't quite fit into this system yet, or they're doing their own thing, starting a small business, or starting a career.
That's way more advanced than me.
But it's not really, because then the thing is these women, I find, so I think, at least with like seeing profiles, is they're self-sustainable. They can take care of themselves. They just want to find a nice partner.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what you do or what you are, as long as you fit into that. And that's all I think.
But that's the key word you just said right there. They're sustained. They're sustainable. They're already good on. I need someone who is dependent.
You shouldn't.
Who
though.
needs?
That sounds kind of fucked up.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's a good way to get in.
I see what you're saying, but like I don't think you're. I didn't. Nobody sets out like with that in their mind. Like,
no.
This is the age range that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? It's not fucking like how many calories are in that burger. You know, it's not the same.
But they posted on the menu now, 960.
Like, yeah, exactly. But that's what he wants. So, how old are you? And
no. Obviously, I'm not going to lead with that.
What is it you're looking for?
Well, I think with mine was like it's just like an observation of who, like just in general, who I'm into.
Well, that's kind of what I meant about. So, like
I feel like
that are a little older and they're like not early 20s, but more on the other side of their 20s or mid to later 20s or 30, whatever.
Because sometimes it totally varies. To me, could be
like they're done with their fucking schooling, most likely. Like they're out. They probably have a job, or they're because they're just recently maybe graduated, from whatever. They're, probably a fucking waitress, not in their field yet, or who knows, but like they're done with it. They're probably done dating idiots. They've made those mistakes before.
Yeah.
And now they're looking like, I want an older guy that has a fucking job, that's not fucking all, almost they want somebody that's past where you're at.
Yeah, but also you don't want you don't want someone dependent on you. That's the thing, right?
Like you work, like you get up every day, you go to work, like you know what I mean. So that's honorable.
But the thing about dependence,
you're not gonna backhand them against the wall,
Kevin. The thing, right? Wouldn't you want to find someone and it's just like more solely based on like who you are? Doesn't matter about the other factors.
No, Kevin.
No,
Kevin's
because
cool
dependence is fucked up. I think because they can also be dependent on somebody else. There'd be someone they're like, you're good for now, but later on they could go with somebody else.
Then we'll cross that bridge later. But
so I'm just saying you might as well look for someone who is the right person.
No, Kevin. Yeah, he thinks it's like the daddy issued party girl with a couple of mistakes to make in the future.
You should be a parole officer. That's what you should be. You're like,
you know what? Maybe that's
like you're like I could send you back for this.
Yeah,
you had to come home and see my parents.
No. Listen,
that's right.
I got some laundry.
I got some laundry.
I think what everyone on the podcast listeners, they know in general, I'm down for anything. I'm like, I don't care about your past. It's what we're dealing with now in the present. So I'm down. I'm not putting up any barriers. I'm not going to say that, if you're old, I'm not turning down an older lady. But
can that be a clip again? You should go back and clip where you just said, I don't care about the past. I have the future. That should be like the intro to the podcast from now on. Like, how Mark Maron has locked the gates? That should be you. This is like,
I don't know. I just care about the now.
Soundbite.
Anyway, that's all I'm saying. I care about the now.
See, they're like they don't. They're not. Like they are, but they're not.
Wait, younger girls or girls in general?
Younger girls, it's all about like
the now.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm about the now. Yeah.
But it's also like they're done with like if they're like for me in my experiences it's I wasn't the same as like other dudes like they're in their world.
Yeah.
So like I was a little more at the time put together. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
Well, they get to know me. They realize like he's just as fucked. He's just as big an idiot, and he's older. But
to backtrack a bit though, you were saying if I right now my current state of being, I can't deal with a 19-year-old. Why not? Give me some why not. Why can't I date a 19-year-old? I can legally do it. Just to clarify, I can legally date a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think legally you could. Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like there's some sort of like rule against that, even though it is legal for most people. Like for you, no.
You could, but like I said, is that you couldn't do what you're not going to do what they want to do.
Like Kevin, we were there when we smoked weed. Murray wasn't here, but I was there when you smoked weed.
Yeah. I was not a participant in the cannabis club.
But like, if the girls are partying, I feel like
it's 420 today.
You don't think? For happy to 420.
Yeah.
But What nice. You think? I don't think. You think? Okay, so you think if I meet up like a party girl who goes out every Saturday night, you don't think I could keep up with that?
Listen, you would be holding her purse, maybe. I don't know.
Like, there was a time when I was like, your age, where ready to go, man. Like, we're doing shots, we're going out, like whatever. Great times, like. Or maybe I'm a little too much to handle, you know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, just because I'm like, yeah, this is a great time.
Yeah.
But you got a job, man.
Right.
What happens when you get that fucking 4 a.m. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe what fucking happened. This is crazy, or like fucking like blah blah blah's boyfriend hit her, and like it's like, oh my God, well, I gotta find my fucking golf club and go deal with some guy's fucking case right now.
Yeah.
God damn it, I gotta go to work soon, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I just think
you're not really in a sugar daddy position.
No, I'm not. I'm 100% not a sugar daddy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I always try to take I was like, I spread the wealth a little bit, but
I think you're a beautiful man, Kevin, and I think you should wait for not even wait, just get out there and find the woman that sees how I see you, but like in a sexual way, because I mean, I don't want to have sex with you or anything, but like I think you're fucking hot though.
Jesus. Okay.
And you know what would happen, honestly, and this is like me just being totally honest, is that maybe you could hook up with a younger girl like that, and whatever, date her for a little while, have some fun, whatever, and that's a good time for you, for her, for anybody. But see, I think this is where you're misguided, because that's all you're looking at is you're like, for you specifically,
the instant gratification.
You're just looking at. You're not even thinking about her attitude or anything. You're just thinking, will she allow me to touch her body? Mm-hmm. And so now we're obviously being superficial and talking about a younger, attractive, or a younger hot girl, right? We're not talking about one that's gonna turn into a let's say, see, that's why always be nice to everybody, Kevin.
Oh no, I am. I believe in that.
They can bloom later.
Oh yeah, I know.
You don't want to be mean, or you never want to be that way.
I never am.
You know what? You never know. But I'm just saying that's what you're looking at, and they're gonna cheat on you.
Yeah.
And then what?
That's probably.
They're going to cheat on you, and you're going to be like holding the camera.
Goggle.
Does this look good? Yeah, keep holding it.
But that's what I'm saying, is that I think that's where they have a realization, is that, you know what I mean? Like, they'll date you for a year or 8 months or 2 years or whatever, but eventually they're going to hit 21, 24, 23, whatever.
Yeah.
And their friends and their people are going to get older, and then other dudes in between you and her are going to get a bit older, and then they're going to be attractive to them as well, because now they're like, oh, okay, well, like similar interests, similar things, where your interests are totally different. They may never understand your fucking musical tastes.
I've known 19-year-olds that were fucking rocking with some of the music that I was into. I have
introduced younger generational women to like fucking hip hop that they never even heard of.
Right.
Class like from the 90s, like when what I thought was fucking great, and they're playing shit that's, no offense, shit.
Yeah.
From recent times, and I'm like, I can't fucking listen to this shit. You want to hear something fucking sick? Here you go. And they love it, and they're like, whoa, this is cool.
Yeah.
No idea. Our tastes are totally different. You know what I mean? I'm listening to classic rock. They don't even know what the fuck certain music is. And eventually, shit can go sideways, right? And I think you're going to be like, well, we've been together for a while. Things are going well. Meanwhile, she's giving BJ's, fucking at some dorm room.
Yeah,
I try to throw out OK Computer. I'm like, do you know what OK Computer is? And they don't know. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. But I don't know.
I think that's what you're looking at there. I think you're looking at some heartache,
future trouble.
You're looking at me. You just want to have some fun.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll get torched.
I don't know. You know what it is? Because I've gotten in trouble in the past before. I just feel like, maybe that's where I'm still at, where it's like I get into those fucking times, and then I get out, and then I'm like, instead of like, okay, I need to fucking like calm the fuck down, I'm like, no, I need to go back into the war zone. I need to go back into the.
I always look at it like, if you're chasing something, or you want something, like if you want something bad, you're never gonna get it.
Right.
Like in that aspect. Like I'm not talking about careers and education and all that. Like that you gotta actually fucking try for, right?
Yeah.
Like you gotta fucking scale that. You gotta fucking slit some throats on the way up too. But No, when it comes to that shit, like it's almost like they fucking know. It's like you're giving off a radar. When you're just out, it's just like, you know what, and you're just casual about it. You don't get all fucking bent up about it, act like a weirdo.
Yeah,
it just happens, man. Like I remember a long time ago, like I went to fucking Chapters, at Chapters, and just fucking I'm just there, and I'm doing my like I have a nerd streak in me, like little geeky side, and I'm in there, I'm in like the fucking science fiction book aisle or whatever, and I got a couple books, I got a magazine. And I'm just looking, and I round a corner, and I fucking like completely collide with a chick and knock her into like a display, and like
this magic moment,
right? And this shit goes flying, and my books fly off and like hit her in the leg, and like so like I'm cleaning up the display, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, like a few books fell off the display, so she picks up my shit and looks at it, and she's like, kind of laughs, and I just go, yeah, I know. I'm like, you just hand it over.
What was the book?
And I don't want to say it.
Was it Douglas Adams?
No. It was a sci-fi stuff.
Ray Bradbury?
No.
Was it Rick and Morty?
So anyways, Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Whatever. So anyway,
cool.
She's laughing at me. And I make a couple comments, but like, and I didn't really think about it, but she was really pretty, right?
Right.
Glasses, everything, had a look. And I just kind of did my thing, and I'm like, I'm really sorry about that. And a couple little comments. I go to the Starbucks in the place, and she goes too, like, unrelated. And then we start kind of talking in the line. And we kind of got, like, it was good. And then she's like, she just handed me her number. She wrote it on a piece of paper and went, here.
Was it in Klingon?
I feel like it might have been in binary.
But I wasn't there for that. I didn't even notice her in the aisles. But then when I saw her, I was like, if I had seen her, I would have checked her out because she was really attractive.
Right.
But
that was just a chance meeting.
I was just there. But that's happened to me many times where I'm like, I just turn around and it's like, oh, not me bumping into like, well, it's happened more than once. But like it's just there. And instead of like, being out looking for it and hunting it, and I'm not, but it's there. And then once I recognize that it's like a girl's in front of me that like, hey, you know what? Okay. Then I turn it on and it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to engage her in this.
So what you're saying, instead of chasing...
I don't have the afterburners going all the time.
Instead of chasing...
I'm just on cruise control until, that moment. And then it's like, it's time to say something or do something. Yeah. So I think that's the difference, is that you're like... You just got to know when to activate the afterburner.
Right. But for now, just...
on whoever, you cruise control, and then it's afterburner time.
Right.
Whether it's
warp speed,
20-year-old
Mr.
or a 30-year-old.
Spock.
Never gonna live this down. But people that are listening to this, they already knew this fucking shit.
Well, I have it's kind of similar feeling, but like, so there's like a Louis C.K. joke about like how I'm not very good looking, so I can never do well in a club. But just like talk to me for a moment, like that's all I really need. Is that moment just to talk to you, and you can see him a nice, honest... I mean, we can't say that about him now, but I'm just saying, but like that makes so much sense to me when I first heard that, when I was like, I first started like, like 20, I was 21 when I heard that. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense to me, because I find is like, that's when I connect with women. They give me that chance to just talk to them. Yeah. And then I get in there because like I have maybe a better ability to like, express myself and talk than the average dude does, who's like, whoa, fucking this was some good mushrooms, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, so mushrooms are great. But.
They are great, but I feel like, like I at least have that ability that I can like talk to someone and make them like me. Yeah. Pretty well. But like just by appearance, maybe like
but you're not gonna freeze up in the moment.
No, I feel like I've got like
Kevin.
No, I feel like with like I'm pretty good once I'm like you give me the opportunity, but like I'm not always out looking for that opportunity. Like that's why I find online dating pretty shit, because like I rather just meet somebody and see if there's something there, like there's something like intangible.
Like I said, sometimes you're just out there.
Yeah, there's like something intangible in the air when that sort of thing happens. It's almost like
you could just have a conversation with someone and just be like, shoot the shit, whatever. Oh yeah, that's right. And then all of a sudden there's something there, and it's like, oh, okay, I think there's something here now. Yeah. I was just fucking talking some shit.
We're just like messaging someone back and forth, like, how are you? good.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Well, if you're getting one word answers every time,
yeah, no, even though
chances are it's not going so.
But you know
good.
what I mean? Like, it's depending how you read it, it's hard to pick up any emotion or like context. 'Cause you're just like, I don't. Sometimes you're just like, I don't know if they're being sarcastic or what's going on here, or like how excited were you? Like, I had a great bagel. Was it a really great bagel? Like, what the like? I don't like. If it's
See, I'd be like, we're talking about fucking bagels.
But I just feel like
Like-
I'm just saying, like, you're trying to pick up stuff from people just like texting or emailing. It's really hard to like get, because like, I mean, to me, I feel like if someone said, "Oh, I got a great bagel today," to me, I assume they're being sarcastic and just like going over and above because it's not really that special. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, they're trumping it up because it's not special. It's just like a dumb thing to say. And I would get that like in person, but if they're typing that like that, I'm like,
you also
how would
can't
you
follow it up with, "What are you wearing right now?" You know what I mean? Like, they want to talk about their bagel.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Actually, that's another thing too. The young girls now do respond to things differently, right? Like emojis and fucking shit like that. So
I thought you were gonna say like what they do sexually, because I've heard like, because it's like most like girls and guys, they see porn like it's, you know, so apparent and everything that like you know,
Yeah.
blowjobs or whatever, or types of acts in porn that would have been not like common when we were younger. Like it was happening somewhat, but now it's like really commonplace because people see porn and it's like really
I
think-
it's just really there. It's there.
So this is where I disagree. Yeah, that shit was still happening. I just don't think it was maybe as widespread.
No, what I'm saying is
Like,
it's just become
I think-
more of a common thing. It's like, I think because porn, like you can. It was harder when I first got internet access to find a 30-minute full porn. You saw like a nude picture.
Well,
of
yeah,
Pamela-
porn obviously is readily available today. Like, you know,
I just think that like,
in 10 seconds we could all, you know,
But
have
there's-
porn on.
but there's just like, I think people now they can see it when they're young and developing, and they might think this is the norm.
Yeah, no, that's right.
And
Yes,
some of these
yes,
acts
yes.
might be something that you
Yeah,
don't really,
yeah.
you shouldn't really have to bridge right
Well,
away.
yeah,
you know?
there's fucking and there's definite problems out there because like, you know,
Like these
I've
kids,
seen
these kids are
shit-
eating all kinds of ass. I've heard.
all the ass.
Like they're just going,
Yeah.
you know, just for dinner on that thing. You're like,
Yeah.
and then now,
Well, dudes and
now
girls
this
that
is-
are friends think
this-
it's okay to blow each other,
this-
you know,
this
and it's
is-
like, well,
yeah,
no,
this
like
is
maybe
the
you don't want
year.
to do that.
This is the year. Apparently, I just want to let everyone know that eating out the vagina is back in, guys.
Yeah,
It's a thing again. We gotta start getting back on that. We ate too much ass. 2017, 2018. It's a lean vagina diet only.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Young girls, I think I don't know. Pluses and minuses, but I think generally speaking, it's always going to be a younger girl, right? But I'm again, for me personally, I'm not turning. As you know, I do not turn anything down. I'm just saying, for me, like, I don't know. I think I'd have a really good in that demographic, 20 to 25, college.
I disagree.
Needs a ride. Needs a ride to work.
That's true. Hey,
Likes
hitchhiker.
likes,
Need a ride.
Yeah. You know,
Any
certain
family that are
things.
gonna look for you.
I feel like you'd be a good picking some girls up in a bus terminal somewhere, but not like a Toronto bus terminal. It'd be like
Listen,
Cornwall bus.
Yeah,
terminal.
I'll be honest.
Exactly.
I'll be honest. There's been a lot of times where I'm driving home at midnight or 1 a.m, and I'm driving down the streets in my car, blasting music, whatever, and then I'll just see like a girl, and I'm like, do I make the move? Do I make the offer?
You probably shouldn't. It's pretty creepy.
I've never done it yet, but there's been a lot of times.
So no word of a lie. So a bunch of like, I don't know. I lived above a store once.
Yeah.
Like I had my apartment, and I can't remember if my roommate was out or he wasn't home. Anyways, it's raining. It's dark. It might have been cold, and I'm driving home, and there's this fucking chick standing like across the street from my place in like a crop top, like she's like, she looked great.
Yeah.
Like long blonde hair, you know, and she's like fucking waving me down. And I'm like the only car. And
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck is this crazy chick doing?
Yeah.
So I pull into my front parking, whatever. I get out and I'm trying to ignore her in a way because I'm like, I want no piece of this crazy shit. Like it's like 1:32 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's nothing good coming of this.
Yeah.
So I get out and I start walking towards my door to like go up to my place, and she's running across the street and she's like, "Hello, hey, can you help me?" And I'm like, fuck, do I gotta beat somebody's ass right now? Like, what do I gotta do? And she's like, I lost my phone, I lost my keys. They're at like down. I think I left them at the 7-Eleven. And I'm like, fuck. All right, let's go. I'll give you a ride, right? Yeah. And I'm like, maybe she's setting me up for like a robbery. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But she's hot, right? So like,
so you go, yeah.
So I drive her down. She finds her wallet, but she can't. She left her wallet there. Can't find her keys. So I take her back to her fucking apartment, which is like really close to mine. And she lives on the ground floor of this place. And she's like, well, fuck. Like, I don't have my keys. Like, we're gonna have to break in. And I'm like, okay, I don't even fucking know if you live here. Like, you know what I mean? At this point, I have no fucking clue. Yeah. So she's like, no, I'll prove it. So she wakes up. Like it's just a nutty experience. Anyways, needless to say, I break into this chick's place. Mm-hmm. I get her in. She's like, you're awesome. You got to come inside, you know, whatever. So I go in, and I'm in her place. And she's like, you know, have a drink, like whatever. She's like, you mind if we want to smoke a joint? And I'm like, nah, go for it, though. You know what? I'm good. You know, so whatever. Smoke some cigarettes with her. Mm. While I'm talking to her, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she's very attractive. Yeah. It comes out, she's a stripper. You know, she's got the little paw print tattoos, like, on her upper body. Like, and I'm like, okay. Like, this is okay.
How old were you at this time, by the way?
I don't know, like 29.
Okay. So, yeah. Murray moves in the prime.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm going to Niagara. She's doing a show down there, right? Yeah. On the weekend. So we kept in touch for a little bit afterwards. Yeah. And yeah, so I hung out with her on and off, you know. Yeah. When we could for a little while. But, you know, stripper life. Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kind of crazy.
You wouldn't want that,
So, you know. That kind of dipped out, right? Like that kind of was like a little too crazy, right? Not that it was anything involved. It was we meet up for a drink every now and then.
That's a really.
But like I said, you want to pick girls up in the middle of the road. Yeah. Be ready for some crazy shit.
Oh,
You might have to break into a place, perhaps fight a guy. Who knows?
Yeah. I always like my dad had a story. About like one of his buddies in Sarnia, where I'm from. He saw this like woman on the street looking good, like short skirt, like nice and toned, skinny or whatever, like, you know, and hair from the back, and he like whistled at her right away. He's like, "Oh, honey, what you doing tonight?" And then she turns around, and it's like there was like one lady who was homeless in Sarnia. And because she was very crazy, and then she turned around and has like meth face and just horrible looking. It looked like basically like a witch basically. And then he was like, "Oh fuck," because at that point, like he was like, from his vantage point, she was looking really good. So that's always the downside of at hollering at a lady.
But here's the thing, right? You don't see any hot homeless chicks. This is a conversation we've had many times. Yeah. But you don't see them, right? Because they get cleaned up, they get picked up off the street, right? There's always some guy ready to take.
There's more opportunities when you're
like. I'm not talking about like bag lady crazy. Like they're a little harder to clean up, I guess. But like, like young girls are always going to have a way out, right?
But that's another thing. Young girls, there's no young homeless hot girls.
Well, there are. It's just they're not on the street.
Like there's, I think the most like younger like teens are the most affected probably by that for females, but. I guess so.
I don't know.
Like, a lot of like, I think like, fuck.
There's also
like the option of being homeless or stripping is there, right? Yeah. And like, I know girls that like aren't like the stripping has gone into their minds. Like they've thought about it where they're like, well, I could do this. And I'm like, you know, there's lap dances. And then they're like, oh yeah. Yeah. But like, it's an option. And I'm like, but you have a fucking job. Like you're not, and not like a bad job, like a good, decent job. Like, and I'm like,
it must be interesting just to be like, see, as a guy, we never have to think about, oh yeah, you know, stripping might be a.
I thought
might be an.
Guys, I've been spending
when I was like 20 years old, man. I thought about it. I'm like, fuck.
Guys, I've been spending so much time on those campsites. I'm like, I think I could do this. I got the, I got the lights in my room, and I got the green screen. I could put on a good show. I think
you could definitely squish some like fruit in like your feet.
Yeah, I would have to.
Japanese fetish guys.
I would have to do some weird shit.
Like, put it in your belly button and mash it up.
Oh yeah. I have to do all types of weird shit with fruit. Oh, it's the fruit guy again. He's got the banana.
No, people, there's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
I don't doubt it. I'm just saying, like, I'd have the whole thing ready.
I know we're kind of off a little bit with are we going back to that? You want to go back to the age thing?
No. I mean, I think when it comes to the
it's
age
good
thing,
we get off my cam obsession. So.
Well, no, I'm actually going to dip back into that.
Yeah.
But
No. I think for me, my thing is my settlement with the whole age thing is that. What do you call it? I think there's a specific reason why older guys are guys are attracted to younger, or why most couples in general, the man is always older and the woman is younger. And I think for me specifically, I see a reason why I'm more attracted to younger girls. That's why. That's all I'm basically saying. I think I'm, like I'm, from what I'm looking at, and from some of the reasons.
What does that have to do with? Like,
I think
so. As a society, that's the way it is, right?
Yeah,
you're not different for saying like you're attracted to, younger, fertile, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're a dude.
It's different, maybe if you're like I can only swing to 18 and younger.
Okay, no.
Yeah, you're like I won't date a girl that's over 22.
No.
Like I'd be like,
what I'm saying is,
if she's been alive before the 2000s, I'm gonna fucking.
What I'm saying is, I know, like from the stories that you have, I know that there's obviously pitfalls to dating or going down.
Major ones.
There's major ones, but you know what? There's also the pluses, and right now the pluses are what I'm interested in. That's all I'm saying. I'm interested in, good times, someone that's gonna fucking perk me up, and. Can
I say something? I don't want to be rude, because I feel the same way about myself, but like. Do you feel like dating you might have too high of a standard going in?
I know he does.
Yeah, I do. 100%.
Is that like? I think I have a similar thing, but like I'm even just looking because I'm like I realize that like because I feel like I'm chubby. I feel like a lot of times like the girls who like me the most on like dating sites you see the likes back are normally chubby or whatever, and I don't have a problem with that. I have to be attracted to you to like really want to go out with you. I feel like from the get go. So I feel like if you can get to that point, maybe just like. Because I feel like you don't even like girls who are like a bit chubby or bigger. Like you might need to.
No, he's been spoiled by what we were talking about before with all of the internet ready or whatever society has.
Here's the thing, because
I don't want to like tell you how you should be attracted to people, but like I like it just it might be more of a realistic thing. Like I feel the same way because
I told him like he doesn't have to fucking marry anybody or have kids with anybody. I'm like, but
because if you're worried about sex, it all feels the same.
No.
It does.
Really has nothing to do with that.
Well, you seem like that's what you're kind of.
No. It comes down to I just personally like my standards are my standards. Look. It even comes. Look at my cars. Like, my first car was a BMW. And this is not a brag. I'm just saying, like, I could have gone into a Honda, but I was like, no, I want a little something nice for myself. Second car was a Mustang. Like, I like my cars like I like my girls. Like, fucking nice.
Black? Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like, both of your cars are black, so that you had...
No, my first car was green, but...
No, it was...
No, but
you're ruining my joke.
Here's what... No. Fuck. What I'm saying...
Nothing wrong with a black chick.
Yeah, why don't you go in there? They, like...
No,
I feel like... Because this is a theory I'm going to throw out right now. I don't know for sure. But, like, black dudes like chubby white women. Black women might like chubby white dudes.
Yeah, that's your own.
That's a possibility.
Fine, maybe.
Or they just like a guy who has a job.
No, they like skinny white guys.
No, but to answer your
skinny white guys.
To answer your basic question, it just comes down to like I'm attracted to what I'm attracted, and maybe it's a gift and a curse. Maybe it's a gift and a curse that I just like. I hold what I'm attracted to a higher standard.
Well, I don't even really know. I mean, show me a picture of some really hot Latino girl.
I can show you a lot.
I know, but I'm just being like, who would be a get? Who's like the one you'd want the most? Like a type of.
It changes week by week, but I don't know. Like who? Spit some names at me, and I'll say yeah. I mean, like.
I don't know. like a famous person or something.
Sure,
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, she was hot. Yeah,
she seems like she'd be mad annoying.
Yeah, but I feel like she's like would be nice to have sex with. She probably would be good.
Well, yeah, physically, you know.
Yeah, I think
Kevin though, like.
But I feel like I'm also a very annoying person sometimes. I feel like either we'd really know each other, or we would just mesh.
See, I think that's what difference between me and you is that you're looking for that final fucking stop. You're looking for that.
No, I am looking for right now, but I have like I'm particular about it. I guess because I don't want to get married, and I don't really want kids right now, but I might.
Yeah.
By like 35, I mean, like that's only really 3 years away from me. So
yeah.
I'm delaying the inevitable, but I want someone who's cool with that. Do you know too? I want to like basically it's poker. I want to keep my cards close to my chest. I don't want them to know I would ever want kids or ever want to get married, and just see who's also like that. So when it happens,
most girls are all that's what they're gonna want, even if they're like 20 or like even if they're younger and they're like, I don't know if I'll ever want to have kids. It's like, yeah, okay.
No, like
we'll talk again in 3 years.
The biological clock.
We'll talk again in a couple of years, and then obviously they do.
They just have to go on their Facebook and see one of their friends' babies, and all of a sudden they're like, "Fuck!"
That's what it does.
I gotta get me one of those.
That's what does it. That's all it is. All it fucking takes is an invite to a wedding.
Yeah, you know, I've been trying to show
and a +1. You know, and it's like
that's it.
I try to show girls cute pictures of red-haired babies, but I haven't found any yet, so I'm trying to work on it.
Yeah. But
and look at this lady. She had a cute little redhead.
I don't know.
It's true.
Anyways, I don't know.
So, what are we doing here, man?
No. To answer your question, I'm just saying, like I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to, and
okay. No, I mean, like I wasn't.
We're not coming after you. Like
it's
got to turn into a.
I'm just saying. I think I'm even like that. I'm just saying, like it would almost. Like it's too bad as
here's my
can't like all just connect on deeper levels than just look.
Here's the thing.
I think you can.
I don't.
No, but like from the get go and the way the dating.
I think
and all this,
you can.
I think the onset of that is hard to find now. I think
it is, but
because it's like because every dating app now is turned into like a version of Tinder almost, where you have to swipe through pictures, and so you might get a glimpse of what that person is like in like their writing, but you're mostly looking at their stats, right? Like their age, where they are living, you know, like, and then you'll see.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm looking at the Canadian Tire catalog, going, "Oh, this snowblower's got a lot of power."
You know what I don't think is fair? Women post a lot of pictures of them at weddings, which is hard to tell what they really look like, because like it's like that's them looking the best they've ever looked.
That's what they always do.
It's always at a wedding. Come on, I want to see a picture of you at the zoo or something. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, the one thing that like to me is weird is like I feel like I'm very stagnant. Like I'm happy just always being in Toronto, but like every woman's profile is I love to travel, and here's where I'm gonna travel or where I have traveled, and I'm like I almost don't give a shit. Like I know,
yeah, to me, I'm the same. Man.
To me, traveling is just like a fucking hassle.
Well, you know what? It is.
And it's like eventually we'll go there. You put on a
there's a reason why me and Kirk are single, right? Like we just
but I see you can put on a VR headset and do whatever you want to do now. Like you could like I'd rather invest in a VR headset and look at the pyramids that way than actually go to fucking like 116 degree Cairo weather.
I would actually go to Giza
and just
I'd like to hike them. Yeah,
but I'm like I almost don't give a shit anymore like about traveling, and it's hard because like I mean
see here's the difference.
But they want to.
I think there's a difference. So like I like all inclusive resort.
Yeah.
I'm in, you know, but I don't like to swim. I'm not there for that. I'm there for all the other amenities. Where girls are like the beach, and I'm like, all right, whatever. But like you could get me to do something to be like, you know, the pyramids or whatever. Like I'd go to fucking Moscow. I'm cool going. I want to go there. Nobody wants to go.
No. Personally, I'm with you. I want to go to Alaska. I want to go to Russia. I want to go all over where like I cannot burn badly because like everyone wants to go to Mexico or Cuba or whatever.
Well,
and like
these are different types of trips, right? Like other people, like I want to go to Ireland. I'm like, all right, cool. That's fun. You know, that's fine. You know, but yes, you're right. A lot of women. Yeah, they got this bug in them. They want to travel or run or whatever you want to call it.
Listen, women have
they all want to flash their tits to the Pacific Ocean or whatever.
I'm okay with that.
No, I know a lot that won't, but like
I don't get that.
Mardi Gras.
I really want to do that personally. Like I want a picture of me flashing like Lake Huron or something.
Listen,
on my Instagram.
Like, I think girls can do. Yeah. Anyways.
I thought you were talking Mardi Gras.
Oh no, like
fucking spring break.
No, there's like this the viral pictures of women go to like the ocean and they flash it for some reason. So I feel like I should do the same.
Jesus,
why not?
Yeah, I start my own trends, right?
Sure. Sure. I don't know.
See, that's the sort of thing people do when they travel. I just don't understand traveling, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was a kid. I've been on enough planes as a kid. I know I don't like flying. I don't like waiting in airports. I don't like customs people. They're fucking assholes. Anywhere you go.
Yeah, well, I think it's your job.
No, like I'm just saying, like anywhere you go.
They search me.
No, I just like notice the way they talk to you and act. Like I don't know. I'm just like.
So you don't want to travel with a girl potentially just because you don't like customs people, or airports?
Also, yeah, I think there's like the whole package of traveling I don't like. But I feel like I like traveling on my own. Kind of like I'm going to New York. I think as soon as my passport gets renewed to hang out with my friend. But like most of that's going to be me that week, just like checking out stuff my own. I hate when people like go on vacations and they have like itineraries and they're just like, we have to go here, here, here,
yeah.
And that's what women do the most because they have like a set list.
We have to go here, here, and here, and eat here at this time. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna take pictures of all the food.
Yeah, I just like
fucking smash that.
I think personally, I like to enjoy that sort of stuff in my own way.
I can respect that.
But like,
would you go to Portugal?
I don't know what the fuck's in Portugal. Like,
I don't know, but I like Portuguese chicken. You know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, even like, I don't know.
Would you go to Brazil?
Probably not.
Have you seen the beaches and the women on the beaches?
Again, I'm very pale and very.
You might be a hit down there. They may be like, "Look at you, white man."
Oh man! He's one of those.
I think they'd love you down there.
Yeah.
I dated a girl from Brazil once, but that's a long time.
Brazilians are...
Yeah, anyways. So speaking of Portugal, I brought it up.
Yeah.
I think it's Portugal. Kirk, I want your guys' opinions on this.
Yeah.
Because I read it. Not the website.
I read it very well.
I read it. Yeah. Newspaper read it.
Okay.
Anyways, so there's a girl who's a model. Have you heard about this chick? I think she's from Portugal, like a Portuguese model, maybe. Like 23, 24, maybe even younger.
Yeah.
Who is auctioning off her virginity to the highest bidder.
Kevin, are you hearing this?
And apparently did it and got like, I don't know, like had a bid or whatever for like $400,000.
Not bad.
And was like, that's not enough.
Wow.
So now it's back up there, and like it's up there, like it's like 1.5 million.
Oh.
And like
that's kind of crazy because that's kind of like to me what I think being in porn would be like.
But the deal is they have to take her on a trip. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like they got
of course.
You got to wine and dine. You can't be like, here's the basement. I spent all my money on you. Yeah. I blew my $2 million on getting you, so we have to do it in this like street, basically.
Back of a Mustang.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, apparently, and then she says that it's hidden. Nobody knows about it. Her family is very religious.
No,
comes from a very religious family. Yeah, so she's like, I'm, my morals. Like she's like, I'm like, basically, she's saying she's solid on every single step of the way. And she's like, she's a virgin, yet she's selling that for a lot. You're gonna check it out.
You mentioned Portugal model virgin.
Yep. Google it. But she's looking at it like this is like a life changing decision, right? So she's like, this can set her up forever.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were as you Google it, because I know you're very interested now.
No, that kind of like is interesting because I mean, eventually it'll get out who she is, right? So like it's probably best to be set as possible from this.
I just saw like comments, or like I could just picture a lot of people's comments too, like girls that would be like, "Fuck." Like, I fucking lost my virginity in a fucking subway station bathroom. You know what I mean? For nothing. Like a fucking bus.
If it's going to be disappointing anyway, might as well make
$4 million or whatever.
Yeah, because it's going to be disappointing for her no matter what. So she might as well make some money off of it.
Well, it's just funny because, it's not funny, but you know what I mean? Like, I already saw some comments where girls are like, I fucking...
yeah, I'd...
Let me see the photo?
Yeah, I'd... I mean, she's hot. Listen, there's no...
Kirk?
There's no doubt about it that she's hot.
Oh yeah, she's got soft features. To me though, I think it reminds me of like how I would act if I was in porn, because now she's done this. She's added herself. I'm this model who's doing this. I'm religious, so it's kind of embarrassing. but it sets her for like a long time. If she uses this money, it sets her up for a while, right? But like when I think of porn, I think of the same thing because I always just hope if I ever had to go to porn and I was a woman, I would hope that I'm one of those ones who does well and makes enough money so I can just make my money and get out because
they make they make good cash if you're like top notch, right?
No, but it's like because I think the problem I'm thinking is you can't go back to a normal life. In that sense, once
it's out,
you're out, that's what you buy.
Back in the day, you could.
But I feel like you gotta make your money because some guy's gonna be like you're gonna be like checking people out at Walmart, and you'd be like, "Hey, I remember that blowjob thing. You were real good."
You can't do porn. Like this is a little note out there to girls. Like if any girl out there is hearing this shit, you can't do the porn. You can strip. Because that's not going to hit the web the same way. But if you take the next step, that's out there.
Well, now everything with the internet, it's around forever. Most things that go on the internet now, like I still see the same things on the internet, like memes or anything like that. They've been around for like 10 fucking years. Yeah,
but like strippers, like there's a ton.
Strippers is all regional.
Yeah, it's regional. Like it's like drive an hour and a half.
Porn is the nationals.
Yeah, porn is international.
International. Like, yeah, okay. But I just think like if I was in porn, I would do my best to like make the most money so I can just like make my money and disappear from society basically. Like I would make enough money where I just order everything from Amazon to my door. I made all that money and like that from that point forward, like, cuz I would fucking hate being out in public and people recognizing me for all the, dirty shit.
But they would still not live it down. It's even if they did that and it's like I order everything from Amazon right to my door, the guys would still be like, "Are they dildos?" You know what I mean? No, they're not. I'm fucking retired. Like,
here's the thing, though.
Are they things you can stuff up there if they're not?
Here's the thing. This girl, though, she has single-handedly proven that vagina is a very valuable commodity. Her vagina is now worth $1.4 million.
Why do you gotta say it like weird like that?
Dude, like.
Why don't you just say virgin? Okay, first of all, it's more the virginity aspect.
Does this technically
but her cooch.
People can go get a hooker or an escort much cheaper than this.
Well, my question is, does this make her a hooker?
But this is like
it's the whole
package. Yes,
but is she now a hooker though? By definition, a prostitute, right?
If you
sense of the term,
I would say she is going to prostitute.
I wonder
pour herself out.
Well, the thing too
she's going to prostitute herself at least once.
At least once.
Well, my question would be: I know we all can't answer this because we're not from Portugal, but like, what is the law about soliciting prostitution in Portugal?
I gotta assume it's a lot looser.
Listen.
Oh, I hope it's not loose for that guy.
Jesus Christ!
I set you up for that.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ!
No, I'm just kidding. That's like that'd be a funny loophole if like all of a sudden she's gonna do it and then they both get arrested because
they don't have to do it there, and I don't maybe it's not a Portuguese guy. He's gonna fly her out.
It's gonna be a fucking sheikh from the Middle East flying her out. This guy's gonna be like the sweatiest fucking mongrel of a man, and then he's gonna go in and just fucking wreck her up. And then she's going to be like, I fucked up, and then she's going to have regrets, but she's going to have like $1.4 million. So.
Is that what it is at? Or what is she looking for? Did you see
something?
That?
I don't know.
She'll be a multimillionaire. Yeah.
So it's okay, though. Like
No. Here's the thing. Like
if this was a common practice, like if this was happening like on Kijiji.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, would there, like...
There'd be bidding wars. And listen, I don't think she's the first, to be honest. I've heard like stuff in China where like people are selling
She's not the first. I think there was one a couple years ago.
Fair enough.
Do you know the thing? There's a weird...
Turned out she wasn't a virgin, you know?
There's a weird fact about hymens, apparently, too. I was watching one of those Adam Ruins Everything, where like the guy who does like the...
Well, I have not heard anything about this.
Well, like he had someone on his podcast or the show that was a woman, and she was talking about like the misconception of the hymen. And like in most women, it doesn't break or bleed the first time. So you could cash in if you're a woman who hasn't had a broken hymen. That's all I'm saying. Is it like it's one of those things that like it might take a couple of cracks at it to get.
Here's the thing. Here's the question that I'm going to pose to you. Would you?
Are you me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think is more? Do you think she's smarter for doing this than for going straight into porn?
Yeah.
Let's say money was the same factor. But let's say the money was the same factor. Money was the same.
She's smarter doing this. Well, I mean, okay. First of all, I don't know her history. I don't know her background. I'm just saying, like, you know, no, I know that, but I'm saying, like, you know, it's like, well, I guess I'm not going to be dating her, so I mean, who cares? She's going to have like no experience, or who knows. Yeah. For herself, I think a lot of women, or even dudes, but women for sure, would probably say, like, if I could not have sex, until whatever age, and then sell it off and make a substantial amount of money, you know, that is going to set them up, like education, living, like. This is probably going to be, you know, a thing for her forever, right? She's going to have some money out of this for like one thing, or even if it's a week. Even if you're with this person for a week, like that's a pretty good investment, or a pretty good transaction, rather than open yourself up to porn where, you know, fucking who knows, man, and STDs, you got to get the tests, and hopefully she still does that with this guy, but. You know, and the lifestyle and fucking weird dudes and drugs and, you know, it's why get yourself into that? You know, like that's just a disaster.
But you know what? This girl is missing out on a big opportunity, though. They could mix this with like a porn. Like imagine.
Oh, double down.
No, yeah, like get like a.
But she doesn't want to be a porn star.
We're saying pay-per-view. We get a pay-per-view. Imagine
$50 million. Yeah.
Like she's
Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he's gonna pay to get the
Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor show up, and they do like a prelim, like you know.
She's in the middle.
They do maybe they do commentary.
She's in the they're the ones having sex.
They're just having sex. And she's like, and come.
You know what's fucked?
And then like,
all the Floyd guys be like, I'm fucking paying $100 to watch that.
Yeah. That would she'd make so much.
But you know what's sad about it is they're not paying the money to see the girl. They're paying to see him.
Yeah.
And they're not gay. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Admit it to yourselves, MMA fans.
But then, like, they could
Conor McGregor.
And then they do a rematch for her butthole. She's like, I'm still a butthole virgin. Come on, guys.
I don't know. I think this girl knows what she wants. I mean, whether you agree with it or not, I just personally think that, you know what, from a business point of view, you know what, she realized that the only thing she has is her cooch, and while it's in pristine condition, might as well get more money for it.
Why you gotta say the word cooch?
Why
say it like that?
I'm saying vagina, cooch. What else do you want me to say? Cunt. Weird. I can say cunt if I have to.
That's worse.
Kevin.
It's just weird. It's like, you know, it's like
her flower.
Like
her flower.
Uncomfortable. Like, you can't say the word moist around a chick.
Moisty
right? You say that around a chick, they get all weird, and it's like, what? This cake is moist. You know.
Fuck. I kind of want to say moist, but no. I think
I remember when that wasn't a big deal. All of a sudden, moist became a big deal.
Right?
Like there was like there was
like a group.
You could have those
Moist,
remember like Moist the band from the 90s, and then there was also you could see those, remember those McCain chocolate cakes? They were like the Moist McCain chocolate cake. Like pull it out of the fridge and serve all your friends a moist piece of chocolate cake. And it didn't ever come off as creepy until someone said, "You know what?
I think you're talking about
moist. It's like a lady part, right? Like what?" Oh, okay. So now we can't say.
No, I know you never hear it, right? Because like I guess like testing, like girls get all freaked out about it.
They probably because girls. Remember when we were like in public school? They all had that one day where they had to watch another video about like women's health, and we all.
We missed that one.
They tell them about their periods, and they're probably like, "You're gonna have a period," and they're like, "Oh, okay," and then it's gonna be really moist. And that's probably the point. Yeah. That's the point going forward, that they were like, no, I can't hear that word. It's just ruined me. You know?
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that's probably how that fucking works. Yeah. But I have no idea. But like, it's like my girl now. Like, you go to A&W, right, and you get the chubby chicken.
Yeah,
I'll be like, "You're gonna get your chubby." She fucking hates it. She fucking hates it. She's like, "Why say it like that?" Now I don't want it. It's like, you don't want a chubby.
You don't want a mouthful of some of that. You don't want a mouthful
of that chubby.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this girl is a perfect example.
I work hard to afford that chubby burger.
I think this girl's a perfect example of the whole young girl mentality. She's obviously thinking of the now moment, not the.
I'm not. This is why I brought it up, because I'm not faulting her. But like, and I wish girls that we knew would be honest about it, to be like, if you could do that, like, well, and I'm sure a lot of them be like, yeah, why not? But no, then be like, she's fucked and whatever. I'd be like, I don't know, a couple $1 million. couple $1,000,000,
Yeah.
but the problem is.
Here's the thing. I feel sorry for.
I
feel sorry for like her family, friends, and her circle. But like, other than that, I mean, the girl's gonna get money out of it. She seems okay with it. Yeah, go for it. Make your money. Whatever. There's people out there doing way more effed up shit for even less money. So why not? There's fucking.
So you're good with it.
I'm. Listen, she's not my girlfriend, or she's not someone I know. So, but if she was, yeah,
It's like that. Remember that Woody Harrelson movie with Demi Moore? It was like the Indecent Proposal.
I do, yeah.
It's kind of like not like that, but like imagine if this girl
absolutely nothing like that.
Well, I mean, like he paid the one guy like $1 million.
To sleep.
So I'm just saying, imagine if this girl maybe has a boyfriend, right? Like one, she maybe she has like a Kevin.
Fuck.
She has like a Kevin in her life who's like this nice guy.
Oh, well, then that guy's getting fucking.
And he doesn't have the million.
Imagine
he doesn't have the million.
Imagine if there was a dude, but like what?
But like someone like Kevin, he's on the outskirts, and he's just working as like a like a Portuguese construction worker.
Okay,
and he's just
Portuguese construction worker. This isn't downtown.
I'm sorry, that's the most like
Portuguese chicken shop.
He's working at the chicken shop, and he's pulling down a wage. And like he's friends with her, he's in this circle, but he's now this is like the woman of his dreams is being fucked by some weird dude for like $2 million. But like
he doesn't have $2 million, and she wants $2 million.
I know, it's just like
I said,
I'm saying that guy exists, and he is crushed right now.
Listen, I don't feel sorry. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for the girl or whatever. I feel sorry for the people in her life that are going to be whatever, right?
Portuguese Kevin.
You know what though? I fucking well, this isn't recent, and this isn't what I wanted to talk about, but because you brought that up, is that there was like fucking like a couple of court cases, and then it turns out it happens more than you think, like in like religious areas of the U.S. where like people or other places where it's like they take a vow of whatever celibacy or what is it where you don't have sex?
Yeah, celibacy.
Like, and so like they date in like high school, and it's like, no, we'll save ourselves for marriage or whatever. And then they get married. It turns out the girl's not a virgin. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and then it comes out. It's like, well, there was that one time when I cheated on you, and it's like what? And then the fucking dude is out. Like he's like, I'm fucking done. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. The whole prize on,
but I'm like
virgins and shit, man.
Like, wouldn't he be cheating? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Kirk's taking a break.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just us for a minute.
Yeah. So I don't know. My answer to that question is that girl is she it's her prerogative. She can do whatever she wants with her magical peach. I don't know. I can't say the words now.
It's not. I'm just saying you say them kind of weird.
Vagina, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know somebody out there listening to this shit is going to be like, Murray's right.
Yeah. Wow.
And then somebody else is going to be like, Murray's who cares?
Whatever. You can if you have a problem with me saying the word vagina or any phallic whatever,
I'm immature.
or chubby chickens,
I'm immature.
or whatever, then you can message us on Gmail or on our podcast.
Yeah,
SoundCloud,
let us know.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
I don't know, man, but I don't know. Other than that,
so you guys, okay, you're in agreement.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with her, and let her do what she needs to do.
Okay, I have something else.
Yeah, hit me.
All right, here's the thing.
Yeah,
you're with somebody, right?
Yeah,
it's more. This is more for like people that have been married for a bunch of years or whatever. But it could be dudes that have dated or whatever.
Okay.
Let's say you're dating a girl.
Yeah.
Right. So you're with a girl, Kirk. You're in. Things aren't bad. Things are good.
This is good.
Things are good.
Yeah.
Like things aren't bad. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I don't want this to change.
Mm-hmm.
But I want an open relationship. Like not an open relationship. Like you're the primary. Like you're like, let's say you're living together, or you're gonna continue living together. You're still gonna be boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife, or whatever.
So she wants to be polyamorous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She wants to be banging other dudes.
She wants to be.
She wants to be banging other dudes.
Do I get to be?
Yeah,
because that's a part of the clause.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a lot easier for her, but
that's normally how it works when you're like in a polyamorous couple.
Is that you both do your thing?
It's an open marriage on both sides, but
you're together.
But I think if I was a guy and a woman said that to my wife or girlfriend said that to me, I'd be like, oh, so who's the guy you want to fuck right now? Like
exactly.
It's like who out there is it your work friend? Is it Kevin? Is it Kevin? I know it's Kevin.
Fucking Kevin.
I don't know.
I know he's sweet and soft, man, but come on.
But I'm how long? Like you saying, I'm invested in this relationship.
Yeah, this was another article that I stumbled across.
Yeah.
That was in the paper recently.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just say you're in a solid thing, right? Where like she might be looking at you, going like, "No, I want like we have a future. Like we're like I don't want this to go away."
Yeah.
But there's things that you're missing, and like, see, this is the thing. So I did a little bit of research on this.
Yeah.
And this is more common than I thought it was, is that a lot, and more for people that are later in their relationships or later in life, like, 40s or, going on past that even, where they've done it all. They've been together for fucking 10 plus years or longer, 20 years, 15. Some people aren't even married. They've just been together for a really long time.
Yeah.
Where they're like, and the dude actually is cool with it, or even somewhat recommends it for the woman, because like maybe they're bickering all the time, or like maybe he's fucking got a tough job and he's like, fuck, like I don't want to go out on a fucking Saturday night, like I just want to chill out and watch the fucking game, but she wants to go fucking dancing.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, I don't want to do that. You know what? Fuck, maybe. And that could either ruin their complete relationship or bring someone in that's going to give her that other aspect that he can't do, or is unwilling to do, or incapable of doing, and allow her to have that. Yes, the physicality part's there too, so he's got to be cool with that. But you know what I mean? Like, the people look at this as a way. Some of these people look at it as a way to save their relationship because they don't want to lose the other person, but they want more than the other person. You know what I mean? They want to do more.
Well,
like maybe go on a fucking trip.
Yeah.
Right, Kirk?
Yeah. Actually,
what about that? What if you were in a relationship?
Well,
say what you're gonna say.
Well, this is different. Maybe it's kind of similar because, like, I told Kevin earlier that, like, I feel like once I'm an older dude, like in my 60s maybe, and I'm like over fucking, or like being with my wife or whatever, like I'm more interested in like playing golf and just fucking around playing cards or whatever. Like, I almost want a golden girl have a relationship with my buddies. I almost want to like move into a house with my friend, like best friend, like say like Kevin.
Yeah.
And I would expect, I think that should be a normal thing, because like it's weird because you see so many like bitter old couples together. Like my grandparents, for instance, they've hated each other for like the last 30 years, but they're just stuck together.
Yeah.
Because they're actually really in a way they're codependent.
Yeah.
And on each other, and still at this point when they're this old, but. Because my grandpa does all the physical work, my grandma cooks and cleans. It's the same thing, and they fight like they hate each other, but it just works somehow.
Yeah.
But like they'd be so much happier if like my grandpa was always hanging with his golf buddies, and my grandma was, I don't know, she doesn't have friends, but like if she had like some.
Well, that's why they say sometimes like these like retirement, not like a home, but like these senior communities where you live like with your other. Mm-hmm. But you go out like Florida, you go out and then like there's the community area, and you go and you fucking sit around and play bridge with the other people, and there's the guys go golfing or whatever. But there's that, right? So you have the people, like-minded people that are similar to you around you that keep you happy. So then when you go home at night, or you're going to bed at 7:30 in the evening, you can talk to your wife or and be like, oh yeah, like, and then you actually have shit to talk about that's not just revolving around you two,
Yeah.
And I think that's healthy.
I think my grandpa.
I think that's a leap,
like
though. I think that's a leap between.
I just think like it'd be kind of interesting to like pair off at a certain point. Like the women go with their best friend.
People do.
I just feel like and even though you're married still, just like this is what's best for you going forward. But also I realize,
well, you're also talking the end of a relationship.
No, I'm just like, I guess you'd have to divorce at that point if you move out of the house.
I'm talking about like these people still want to go to bed together, or they still want that unit. Like they don't want to separate. Like they still. enjoy.
Well, I mean, like
they're in love or whatever.
Well, I figure like because divorce is probably horrible at any age to go through.
No, they don't want a divorce.
I'm just saying, like in my case, I'm like I want to like partner off with my best friend, and we like basically live together.
But you're talking about an old man. That's a different.
Yeah. Okay.
This is an old man. I don't know. It's kind of. I'm saying it's kind of a weird thought.
Like we're talking about when they still want shit out of life.
Okay.
You know.
I'm going like further.
Just to go golfing.
No, it's just
fuck. I'd like to go golfing tomorrow.
No, that's just my idea for like the future because I'm like I don't see myself being like a horny old man, but I might be.
You want to go golfing, Kirk? Just let me know.
Okay,
like,
I will.
We'll go.
We'll go. But anyway, the opposite of that I was gonna say is that I heard from my grandpa, my dad's side. He was in a home for like a few years, and the rampant amount of sex that still apparently happens.
Oh yeah, old people getting it on.
And like, cause he came in as like the bachelor, right? My grandma died a few years before. He came in as like a single guy into this like retirement home. Ladies were dropping off like fucking pies to him in more than one way, So like, I was like, my dad was telling us, I was like, holy shit, like that's pretty forward. And like he's like, yeah, they don't fuck around in those retirement homes.
They don't know how much time they get.
They're in it for the minute, right?
Yeah.
But okay, I want to go back to your scenario is
different than what that.
I'm in a relationship. A girl decides.
Sorry, I derailed that.
No worries. So a girl comes up to me. My girl is like, listen, I still want to be with you, but I want to also be like, bang other people. The only way that happens in my house or in my situation is if I am unable to physically do the deed.
So you're telling me if you're with like whatever girl for 15 years.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, like whatever, like maybe you got a bad back. Like maybe you're just whatever. And she's like, hey, I want to learn, I want to take salsa dancing. I want to learn how to salsa dance.
Yeah.
Because in your mind, you're going to date a 20-year-old. So let's fast forward 15 years. So, she's going to be
hip-hop dancing.
She's going to be in her mid-30s.
Yep.
And you're old at this point.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. And you're maintaining a job. And maybe you got a kid or two kicking around.
Yeah.
And she's like, I need more. I want to do this. And you're like, well, I don't want to fucking salsa dance. How about we fucking just go get burritos every Tuesday and we have some Mexican flavor that way.
And sit quietly.
Hold on.
Sit quietly and stare at our fucking phones.
So to back things up, there's a saying, happy wife, happy life. Right? So here's the thing. Right. If I'm with a chick and I ultimately want her to be happy, if I'm just not physically able up to the task, I might pull in a sub. I might pull in a fucking. Obviously, I'm not going to fucking know the details, and there might be a couple of constraints.
Up to the task. What if she's just like, I want to do something different that you don't like to do.
I don't know.
Like, let's say she's like, I want to take, fucking. I don't know, some kind of fucking pottery.
No. You're talking about
like, well, I don't want to do that. And no. But I want to do it with like somebody who's going to take an interest in that.
Yeah,
and like I met some guy at the Starbucks and he's into that, and I'm like, well, maybe he can show me how to do it. Mm-hmm. Like,
I think I don't know. My interpretation of polyamorous relationships are more like to do with stuff you don't know what the other person's doing. You just trust that they're safe.
Yeah, they just come home.
And then it's more of a physical sex thing versus like the relationship stuff. So I think like in that case, if like you're having trouble like even being around your partner, then that's not your fucking problem. The polyamorous, it's more like you just probably can't stand that person.
No. I'm more talking like these people, and like I looked it up, and like there's a fucking lot of people that are like, oh yeah, my wife has a boyfriend, and that's fine. You know what? She goes off twice a month or whatever, and they hang out or whatever, and I fucking go out, or I go on a golf trip. And, I know she's, seeing him that weekend, and the dude's like, I'm totally fine with it because you know what? I come home, fucking, she asked me how the trip went. I said, how was your time? She says it was great, blah, blah, blah. I go, great. And she fucking made a nice dinner. Mm-hmm. We have some wine, nice candlelight steak dinner, and we have a great time. And he's like, I made love to my wife and everything's fine. And, and I'm like, okay, bud, that's cool.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I feel that whole, like, no. I think you're kind of getting to the soft part of it, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. If I am physically not able to bang my wife at a certain age, and I'm like, you know what? I still want to keep her in my life. She still wants to be in my life.
Kevin,
an option is...
I feel like when there's like robotics in the future, you'll have like premium sex robot.
Oh, listen,
you'll have the thruster 3000. I
Yeah, she's gonna be like, listen. Well, you've got Isabella in the closet.
Knock on wood. I'll keep it up till the day I die. But let us say I can't fucking perform, right? And I still want my wife in my life because at this point, hopefully I love her and she loves me and blah 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 blah. Here's the thing: if the fact that she just needs to get some from time to time and I can't fucking do that, she's gonna get some, not by me. But there'd be some rules on that too.
Right. So like, what if it was a scenario where she's just like, okay. Like,
no black eyes. I couldn't.
Oh God!
I could just I'd be like,
did you
listen,
say black ice?
It would have to be somebody. It would have to be somebody. Like, here's the thing. I personally wouldn't want to know who it is, but it'd be like, listen, like whoever this person is, you can't lead them on.
So you
like they're gonna have to.
You don't want to be a black guy.
It's like I'm not talking about that situation.
Here's the thing.
A legit situation that this is the deal, and the deal is gonna. That's like nothing weird. I'm just saying, people are doing this.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Here's the thing. Would you rather have to come home one night and find her in another getting gangbanged by 3, 4, or 5 other guys and oops,
like the beginning of Old School,
or would you?
Hello, hi, I'm here for the gangbang.
Or would you rather have her express her?
What the fuck?
Or would you rather have her express her true feelings? Like, listen, I love you. I want to be with you for I still believe until death do us part. The only thing is that part of our life is not getting met. So either I fucking get a bionic dick and I keep on going, or I got to get a sub. And honestly, if this sub is going to save the marriage, sub comes in.
So you might be cool with it.
Yeah, I might. I mean, obviously there's stipulations, there's rules, there's obviously a lot. I mean, I'd have to be in a wheelchair to be honest.
Now, what if it was like you date a girl for like a couple years?
And she's fresh. So we're not even that deep in.
Yeah, 2-3 years.
Yeah, and she's just like whatever.
So like you meet a girl tomorrow, 3 years from now, or not even, who knows? But whatever. The girl you're dating is like, so this is the situation.
Yeah.
I see a future with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
like this, whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I want to be able to do this.
She gets demoted to fuck buddy. We're fuck buddies. We're fuck buddies at that point. Like we're not invested. Like we're 3-4 years. Yeah, boyfriend, girlfriend, blah, 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 blah.
That's a long time, dude.
She can say she's invested or whatever, but listen, at that early in the game, if
who knows, man?
No, if she's dipping that early in the game or whatever, like after a good 4 or 5 years of solid, then there's something wrong. There's like either I'm not doing my job or she needs a little bit more extra.
Well, I think certain people now are just identifying themselves that way, even like before a relationship even really gets going. They just know that I'm someone who can't just be with the same person over and over again. So it's not really an insult to you as a person. It's more or less them as I need variety in this sort of thing, and I hope you understand. And they're just hopefully they set it out to you beforehand. Instead of obviously just otherwise it would be cheating, right? So
that's
kind of why.
But
that's why I think it's kind of like a protocol is making it fair and open and having some sort of trust in there is important, right?
Yeah, but sometimes people won't be that open, right? Maybe they'll be they'll be polyamorous or whatever, and then they'll meet somebody oh man, I really like this person, but I still got to get my rocks off from time to time with other people. I'm gonna hold it for a bit, right?
Have I told you guys a good way around that? It's called going on the internet and talking to some
these people need
cam girls.
no, there's people that I get it. There's people out there that legitimately have to get their rocks off with other people. I get it. There's people like that. I just think if I'm invested with somebody and I'm not able to meet the needs, then you know what? It's not
okay.
Yeah.
But okay. But maybe it's not a physical need from you. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of these people said is that it's not that the relationship is bad. It's just
the physical aspect is not being met.
Well, no, you can meet. Yeah, no. For some of these people, they're there's nothing wrong with their physicality with each other. It's just
they want more.
They just want something different.
Or different. Yeah, fine, different or more. Well, that's the thing. If it comes down to they want different, then that's their prerogative.
And some of the older, of the older people that I was reading, some of the older couples, it isn't just meet at a hotel. Some of it was, or go over and then that's all the transaction or whatever the deal is just fucking just bang it out. It was actually they would go out, and that's what these older ladies are not that old even, but like it was like they would go out dancing or go and see a movie that they like her husband just wouldn't fucking want to see at all and probably fall asleep. Meanwhile, she'll go with her, you know, I don't know, whatever this other guy is, and he'll fucking go and he's into that shit, and then they go out for fucking drinks after and they talk about the movie and how they think about it and they analyze it and then they, you know, get physical, and like it's like a whole thing where she's not doing that with her dude, right?
Yeah.
Like she's got other things she does with him.
Yeah, because here's the thing: from what you're painting a picture, this tends to happen more in, I guess, richer couples, and also more where the man is obviously older or whatever. Because
man is older. It could be the same
We,
fucking age, Kevin.
We like to role play.
Here's the simple fact.
I like to pretend to be the guy tied up to the chair while this man fucks my wife.
Here's a simple fact.
It's not really pretending.
No. When you get into a relationship, all needs need to be met. You know, mental, physically, blah 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 blah. They all need to be met. If they're not being met, then shit's gonna happen. And whether it's shit like cheating or whether it's shit like swinging, because this sounds like swinging to me. It's basically swingers.
Well, I think it also can be like what you're saying. It can be like a side. It's almost like a side relationship. Like whereas like this woman finds it's like say you're the husband, but then maybe I'm the boyfriend. Okay. And she can have a boyfriend or another boyfriend, and like what Murray's saying, like it can be more than just sex. It could be more like
emotional.
Like
I get it.
Emotional or a compatibility that she's not getting from her current husband.
But don't you?
But she has no reason. She not like doesn't hate him. She just finds it like this is something else missing that she's.
Then what the? Then okay. Then personally,
so
what?
Like I know people, man.
I think
I know a couple people that have had these hard decisions where they're like, they want more, but they're like, but I don't want to lose this, like, you know, and then like that's where they try to date like a couple people, right? Mm-hmm. And but they're not honest about it.
Yeah. What's the fucking point then? Why be in a like? I get it. Maybe you have assets together, maybe you have kids or whatever, but like at that point, like
because that's what people do.
They just want to fuck around. Fine, then it's like fuck. Let them fuck. I know personally.
I think it's hard though, like, cause like, could you watch the same porn like on loop every day? I couldn't. You know, that's one thing I could think of.
No, but here's the thing: if you're in a good relationship, the person you're going to be with, you're going to be able to fuck till the end of the world. Like you're going to be able to go like that. That's how until both your pieces don't work. That's how fucking should be.
You've got a great way with words.
Right, but let's say, okay, let's spin it on you, man.
Yeah,
like,
spin it on me, man.
I don't know. Like, I'm not there. I'm not like.
You're good. I get it.
I'm not saying I'd be cool with it. I'm not saying I wouldn't be cool with it. Like, I just don't know for myself.
Here's the thing.
Situation, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how I would react.
Yeah.
But I probably, if it's like I'll lose, like, you know, my relationship, and probably like then maybe I'd have to consider it. What if it was you? Like, let's say you're, you know, you get older and she gets older, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, we have our thing, like, you know, and like, yeah, that's still great, like, you know, for us, but like, you know, fuck, I met a younger chick, and she's like, well, if you're ever, you know, if you get, and it's like, now you got to make a decision. You want to cheat, or you could be like, well, fuck, you know what? She's also fucking got.
Well, hold on.
Leaf game on Saturday night. Like, you know, we could go to the Leaf game and have a great night. Like,
okay, you're talking about an actual date. I thought we were leading up into like a straight up fucking threesome. Me, my wife.
No, not your wife. She's not included in this.
Oh, so
you
then
could try to pull that off. Good luck.
So wait. Well, who am I banging? Who am I?
The other chick.
The new chick. And my wife's letting me do it.
This is what I'm saying.
If she's,
is this something you would talk to her about, to be like,
no. Well,
no,
because then you know what, that shit's gonna backfire on you, because she's gonna be like, well, if you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna go do this, and then boom, it all becomes like resent and all that stuff. Hell no, nah. Theoretically, if I get into shit like that, that's why I'm not really a marriage type of guy. But if I ever get down that road, if I go down that road, it's gonna be me and the chick till we die. That's how it fucking works. Yeah. So. Both.
Oh, sounds very old-fashioned religious.
No. Well, no. If I no. Here's the thing. If I commit, we're going till the end. Bits and pieces are gonna work. We're fucking banging every day.
And she says, you know, this is like, I need more.
How much more cock do you need? Like
just more than yours.
Jesus. Then it's not working out.
No, but it's working out just fine.
No,
everything else is good. Like everything else. Is
okay.
fine.
Well, if that one aspect is
even your sex life is still good. When you guys are doing it, it's still good. It's just
she just needs a little bit more cock at the end of the day.
She makes you wear a Kirk mask. She's like, now I feel good. No, I think the thing though is this whole idea is it's still really tricky. It's like one of those like it's not a perfect fix for any couple. Probably
it depends on the situation.
Like, it seems like I feel like it's always going to have one person more on board than the other person. So there's always going to at that point there's always going to be jealousy.
But isn't it about keeping the other person happy?
I guess so. But that person's going to end up being jealous, and it's going to be some sort of inequity in the whole thing.
Well, perhaps, but
like, I just think like it's a possible solution, but just how human beings are emotionally, it'll eventually down the road be a problem, even if it works.
Maybe, or
it might work for some people.
They might get it out of their system and be like, well.
Here's the thing: when it comes
either that or they shack up with somebody, but
when it comes to the degree of thing, I'd rather be dealing with this type of polyamorous situation than straight up cheating, because cheating will fuck you up, but polyamorous will be like, I kind of let her do it. Whatever.
I think that like people like to say, and like I heard this again recently, and I've been saying it for a long time. Is people are like, well, you got to try to make the other person happy or keep the other person happy, and I'm like, you can't control what another person feels, right? Like you it's out of your control.
Yeah.
All you can do is do you and do things or treat somebody in a way that you think will have them be happy in those moments, and then hopefully they're just happy with you, right? So they might be happy with you, just they might want more or something different, right? Which is why people are like, well, I don't know. Like we were happy. Like when some people I'm hearing like, well, she broke up with me. I thought we were happy. We were happy. And it's like, well, apparently we weren't, or apparently you weren't, When
I hear
either she was bullshitting you.
When I hear more, I hear there's a failure to provide on one end. So it probably means that, maybe the guy wasn't bringing the A game or something was off. But
see, you're looking at it on a very closed one way, like almost like you're inadequate. Like that's how you're taking it. Like you're taking it like she's doing this because I'm not providing something. I'm not providing the dick, or I'm not giving it to her right, or I'm not, she's not happy with me.
Yeah.
That's not it. That's not what we're talking about.
So you're just talking
here.
about her she's just a cock hungry
No. It's
she just became a cock hungry monster.
You've been in a relationship for 20 years. Imagine you've been in a relationship for a long time.
20 years, yeah.
And it's not about you. It's just anything, I think. Like it's boredom. It's people wanting to explore other things.
Yeah, but if you're...
It's like, and it's seeing other people and being interested in other people, because like technically, like very few species of anything on this planet are monogamous. We're one of them, but we're like not really supposed to be.
Penguins are pretty...
Like chimpanzees aren't like fucking the same person every night. They're fucking other chimpanzees. Like, and there's whales. There's whales,
and let's not just say that chimpanzees are just having, or we'll say lots of creatures or animals are not monogamous, and they're having sex with other opposite sex members of their species. They're having sex with same sex of their species. Like they'll just be like,
they're getting in anyway.
Okay, yeah, here we go. And like this is where I really wish our buddy Khalid was sitting here tonight, because I could bring that up.
Gay monkeys in Africa.
Gay monkeys in where he's from, or gay dogs. Khalid, if you hear that, we can talk about it.
I always like a good story about a gay dog.
You're gonna hear it one day.
Yeah, but okay. I think when it comes to this type of situation,
I think that's what it is. It's like
I get the whole boredom.
We're just humans aren't necessarily monogamous people, and I think like and the idea is your heart doesn't just belong with one person.
Be hard for sure.
There's no such thing as a soulmate, really. That's just like some bullshit stuff they made up.
It's called soul flame or life flame or whatever it is, right? Isn't that what it is?
I just think there's so much more out there for us.
So you generally think that we should just all be fucking each other and just...
Aren't we already?
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know, man.
Aren't people doing that now? Like, isn't that just what it is?
But there's a small percentage of the population where it's, the man and girl, they meet up and it's going till the end. No fucking bullshit in between. Yeah, there's ups and downs, there's rough times, but they're going till the end. So, I don't know. Maybe
why can't this go to the end? Why can't your thing go to the end? Why can't these people that are doing this go to the end? Because it seems like they're going to the end. It's just they're in a spot where they're allowing each other to do things with other people.
This makes the most sense.
But they're still coming home. They're still watching Walking Dead on Sunday night. They're still fucking, doing that shit. Like, they're still maintaining their life.
Fine, fuck it.
They're just not, they're just introducing this other aspect. I'm not trying to say, hey, man, you should get on this bandwagon, because I'm not on that bandwagon.
Oh, I'm not. No.
I'm just saying that.
I just find it a little surprising about how, like, this shit can pop up 4 or 5 years or 20 years down the road. It's like, early in the game, if you were a cock-hungry fucking girl, let me know.
Okay, let me run this past you guys. So, like, let's say, not really the same scenario, though, but, let's say you're with somebody, right? And long term, right? You're doing whatever, but wherever a girl, or somebody, opposite sex member, and you develop a thing with this person, like, but you have a relationship, like, you're happy, like, you're fine, like, you're not getting rid of it. You are not going to change your life or your situation for anybody. Like, if you were in this situation, but there's this other person that you're developing feelings for, and like, there's something there. Now, a lot of people allow themselves to get pulled into that, right? So then now all of a sudden they're dating this person. Meanwhile, they have like a whole situation going. Where this is where you end up with these fucking multi-live people, right? Like, what are they called, Kirk? You're a smart guy.
Who? What?
Multiple wives or
polygamy?
Polygamous?
Polygamous?
Right. So, like, you'll have that, but, like, and then people, like, or maybe not even a wife. Maybe the guy's got, like, a long-term, you know what I mean? On the side there. But it's not that this person is actively trying to be a dick about it. It's just he or she is now in love with two people, you know what I mean? Yeah. And doesn't want to lose either. I'm not saying this is the same as that. What if you found yourself in that situation?
I just wanted to say, I think that you have this like idea that like anyone who wants something else out of a relationship is a whore. like she wants the dick. She wants the dick. Whereas I think
his exact words were cock monster or something.
Cock-monstering whore.
Here's the thing.
No, I just think it's funny because I understand most women don't cheat because they're just out for the dick. This is like it's mostly an emotional thing.
Yeah, there's emotional
thing that they're not getting. They don't feel like respected, or they don't feel loved, or they don't feel like they're getting something emotionally that this other person at this moment is offering them.
Yes,
and it might also be their dick, but mostly probably the emotional stuff.
Fine, we'll throw emotions in there too. Let's fucking make it all.
There should be like an.
Here's the thing. Here's the
so
thing.
Hang on, but go back to my thing. What if it was your thing? What put you
so
in
I got
situation?
2 girls and I'm between 2 lives. I mean, I'm classifying myself as
you coming clean. Or are you going to try to maintain that, or are you going to try to work it out? Like, what are you going to do?
2 girls. I mean, I'm obviously categorized as a cheater at that point, but
you care about both.
Of course, you care about both, but
you don't want to lose both.
Oh fuck. Well then, at that point,
this is where you move to Utah.
Yeah. No, wait, but hold on. Do the 2 girls know about each other though? Or no?
Well, I would say no.
No.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, so then you do the whole Italian thing.
You
do the whole Italian thing. You got a wife that you present to everybody and whatever, and then you got your mistress. She, whatever. You go to the lake house. You do that shit.
That's a good movie, The Lake House. Sandra Bullock.
That's how you'd roll on it.
No, me personally, because I'm an old school kind of guy. Well, I got.
Well, you just said that's the old school Italian way.
That's fucking Italian. I'm not Italian.
That's not even an Italian. That's like a mob boss Italian. That's like Tony
fucking
Soprano.
Tony Soprano. Hold on, I'm not Tony Soprano.
It's like also I got a therapist I want to fuck as well. She's fixing me emotionally.
No.
I also want to fuck her.
Here's my thing. I personally will not get into a fucking marriage if I believe there's a chance that maybe down the road. Like, no, when I go in, I go.
How the fuck do you know?
Because I'm weeding it out,
Maybe
man.
you're not married.
I'm fucking holding it off.
Maybe you're not married. Maybe you're just dating somebody. Maybe this is a thing where you're like, well, fuck.
Well, then you know what? Free game. Well, here's at the end of the day, if we're still dating,
because this also came up in like the research that I did once I read that, and I was like, well, this is a fucking very common problem.
Yeah,
and like women have this, more guys, right? Yeah. Like this is a guy thing where because like they get because apparently guys like we're like closed off on some people and then we're open over here, so it's like basically two women can be a full relationship for a guy,
because we're not getting fulfilled on I get it.
You know, like one maybe you might be getting physical on both sides and being fulfilled on both sides by both women, but like, you know, emotionally one gets more of this and then the other gets more of that, you know, like
the one is the Leafs fan and the other one's a Jays fan.
Yeah. Exactly. You get both sports.
But they don't like the other sport.
But they don't like the other sport.
Yeah.
I
kind of, yes.
I mean, I don't depends.
Like one might be more intellectual.
I saw you with her at the Rogers Center tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
We had a date for the Air Canada Center, but the Leafs were going to lose tonight. So,
jeez, I don't know. Two girls, and I'm bouncing between the two. I mean, you can try.
I don't recommend you do it because I know you, and you will not be able to pull it off.
Oh yeah, and I admit I would not. I'd be blurting it out. I'd be fucking playing fucking. I'd be posting that. I don't know, man. I'd be fucking all over the place. I'd be like whatever. I'd blow it up in like 30 seconds. Like it would be horrible. So I would not personally do it. I don't know, like
because I know somebody that did that. I'll fill you in on that. Like
I don't know. I think. I
did it once, but I told the one girl my name was Kevin Hamoki.
Jesus Christ. No. Here's am I down? Oh, I don't know, man. What's the basic question? What are you trying to get out of me? What do you want me to admit?
No, nothing. I'm just we've basically covered you on this. Like we basically talked about it. Yeah. So that's all I was looking for was that, you know, this is happening out there.
I get it. And listen, some people are down for that. I get it.
And like, you know,
swingers.
Like
I know swinging is a fucking.
They're like, do I do this? Like, you know, do I do
here's the thing. Like, here's my message to everything.
Like, I want her to be happy.
Life's fucking short. Fuck who you want to fuck. Don't be a bitch and like fucking do it behind people's backs. Mm-hmm. Right, just admit it or whatever. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, play, you know, whatever, do what you got to do. But like, just fucking, I mean, just get your rocks off. But don't go into like, don't make full lifetime commitments if you're going to be getting off your fucking rocks and go. You know, like if you want to be a cock hungry fucking monster,
you're still going there. You're still going.
If you want to be a cock hungry monster, be the best that you can be. But just fucking don't.
You know what's sad about this is I was thinking about going into a polyamorous relationship with you.
Fuck nah, man. Fuck that.
I was like, and every once in a while, I'm gonna give you.
I'm
give you a
school.
Crack at my lady.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking close this up.
Now it's all shut down. It's all down.
Shut that down.
It's all down.
Listen, I'm gonna close this up, and it basically comes down to this. Kevin, it's pretty simple. I'm looking for a young girl to possibly go all the way to the end.
Or be polyamorous.
It's not going to be polyamorous.
He wants you to die on his cock.
Pretty much. That's kind of the deal.
Unhappy.
No. Listen, if okay,
no reading. No culture.
Listen, we're going to be happy.
Wearing one of those hoods from that was that one Margaret Atwood book. The
Handmaid's Tale. No bedroom spice.
No. Happiness is guaranteed, or else fucking you get your money back.
I don't think the virginity girl's giving the money back.
No. Listen. When it comes down to this, I'm gonna go as hard as long as I can go until I listen, man. Life's like a boxing ring. I'm gonna go 12 rounds.
I totally thought you were going to say box of chocolates.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
That would have went a full circle. We started with didn't we start earlier with box of chocolates?
Yeah, so you never know what you're going to get. So yeah, obviously I know you cannot call what's going to happen. Yes, maybe 5 years down the road.
I think you got to look at it more like life's not like in the boxing ring. Life's like relationships are a lot like a set up, rigged WWE tag team match or it's like, you know, you can tag in a partner.
Yeah.
You know, your wife's obviously on the other team. So you could tag in a partner.
Yeah.
And maybe you can win that match in the long run.
I don't know, man. Just.
Yeah. I feel like that's.
What do you think?
I want to be. I kind of want to be.
Did you say what you thought?
I kind of want to be married because something that happened to my brother on like vacation with his wife was that like he was gonna go to the pool, and then she informed him of how much back hair he had, and then she helped him shave his back. And I was like, that's exactly why wives are useful, because they're the one person that would probably do that for you.
Yes.
So, I mean, like, I feel like that's the thing. Those are the small things. Like, that's just an example. But that's one of the things I think I would really love having a wife. Or just someone...
Well, I'm like, it's not about whether or not that's, like,
I
what
feel like,
you want or don't
no, I mean,
want.
To marry me, you must shave back.
I would like a woman to shave my back.
No, I just mean like those...
Before I go to a pool.
No, I just mean those...
And
also
not travel.
Really low,
no, I mean,
and also doesn't like to travel.
Like to travel.
She just likes to come around and shave my back.
Yeah. No travel. No, but they were on vacation.
No, but because that...
The brother was on vacation.
That, because I feel like she did it so she's not with the hairy guy, and then now he looks better, and like she doesn't feel embarrassed by his hairy back. But I'm just saying, those are the small things you can do for each other in a relationship that I think are very something that like is...
I think the small things are like you go into the kitchen and grab a drink, you say, can I get you something from the kitchen?
Like, I would love someone to make fun of all, like my daughter or son's friends or someone with, like, who can you do that with? Like, it's like those things that like you can only do with your wife that like they're just those minute things. I think like and I don't know.
Well, we're men,
someone to
if you have a daughter and
far next to it.
You have.
Okay,
you have way different standards.
Okay, so
no, I just think there's something.
I get it. That's more.
I think there's the little things about it that really make me think.
So like, but you want to keep that. Now, let's say your back shaving wife is like, I want to shave like another guy's back once in a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you
we already know it's Kevin. We can just say it's Kevin.
Yeah. Let's say she wants to fucking go ride on this fucking Mustang riding fucking.
I think like
he seems really stressed.
I think
maybe
my
I should
thing is
help him out.
Yeah. I feel like in the right context, I don't have a problem with that sort of thing. But like, I mean, like I said before, I think this sort of thing is complicated. That you never know who and what's going to happen and how you might react to it. Like, you might be cool with it for a little bit, and then you run into your friend and go, "Hey, good time last night." And then you just become fucking insanely jealous, and then you want to murder. You want to. Like,
I would totally do that. I'd be like, "Yo, man, Kirk." She shaved my back and more.
And then the next day, you're escaping the law in your white Bronco, and you become the new OJ, and it's just not really a good thing.
I don't know.
I think they were already divorced.
Oh, I thought they were separated.
Oh, whatever. It was over.
He really didn't.
It was over.
He didn't like that she was with that guy.
It was over.
Right. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I feel like I would be cool to a certain extent, but then something might, you never know, like something might make you mad or upset or jealous or whatever. Or maybe you're like the only one who's not getting any outside tail, Like, what if like she's getting dudes and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then like, but you're not getting... I mean, because you're somehow...
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're more along the lines of potentially she could be getting action, but you're not.
I guess I'm saying that could be a potential problem for the guy.
Or you're saying that somebody could see that.
One of the people,
would you say a solution could be that, like, it's not out... Okay, like, it would be more along the lines of, like... well, then again, a lot of guys would probably be freaked out. Like, bringing a dude in... And then, like, bringing a girl in. So it's like...
I don't know. I don't think I would like that as much. I feel like I don't really want to witness it or know much about it.
Okay. Yeah,
like, I don't mind. You can say, like, oh, I'm going here. And you assume that's what you're going to do. And you know you're part of this kind of contractual agreement in the sense that we can both kind of fuck around outside of the marriage.
Contract.
It's like almost like a verbal contract. You know that we both... have the ability to go outside this marriage and find relationships or find people to be with. So you have to be just kind of cool with that. I just think they're just like there's so many factors in that could really fuck it up though. That's all I'm saying. Because it might be happy. People like really into it and happy. Like I'm getting some pussy, you're getting some whatever.
No, I see what you're saying.
I just think it's kind of like it's one of those things like even in like a perfect setup, it can still fucking go down the tubes pretty quick.
What about you? Okay? So we know how you feel about the other.
Mm-hmm.
Would introducing it into like this, like it's all coming in, what do you mean? Wife swapping. Like, would you be more open to that scenario?
Depends on how hot my friend's wife is, but no.
So like,
why'd you look at me?
Why'd you look at me? Why?
I don't know.
That was pretty creepy, man.
No.
I don't even have a wife right now. You look over at Murray.
No.
So if you're, in that scenario, then so like there's a girl for you as well as the guy for her, and you're there. Maybe not in the same fucking
I think
room,
it breaks.
But you know what I mean? So like you're getting to you're.
Here's the thing.
You don't have to worry about not getting on. So it's like equal.
Here's the thing. It breaks down to the simple fact of: are you a multi kind of guy, or are you a one person kind of guy?
Oh right, I forgot about this.
Right,
till death, unhappy.
Here's the thing. So like the thing is, listen, I have no problem with. If I feel like this is not good, I'll jump to the next one. Listen, monkey branching under the right circumstance, sure. But in terms of...
we know girls monkey branch.
Yeah, girls are going to monkey branch.
Even if they think it's wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they will. But in terms of me, I just personally don't think I got it in me to fucking handle 2, 3, 4. Like, I got shit to do. I can't be handling fucking 3 fucking wives and... fucking sex orgies and fucking all like I don't know.
Again, why are you putting it all on you?
Well,
what if the girl told you this is what's happening?
She's just getting banged?
No, this is what's happening.
What's happening?
2 Saturdays from now, fucking Kirk and his girl's coming over,
and we're just gonna fucking have a fucking wife swap.
Well, you don't have to have sex with Kirk.
I mean, it's on the table.
That's not happening.
No,
but isn't that a good situation for you? Or like you said, you're with your buddy, right? You're with your buddy. You guys can fucking fuck around, fucking play some video games, or do whatever the fuck it is you guys do when I'm not around.
Yeah.
And then, at a certain point, and the girls can fucking drink wine or whatever and talk fucking about whatever shitty movies or chicks like at that time. Oh, and then all of a sudden, everybody just has the fucking all of a sudden it's go time.
I was watching that,
and then when it's over, you guys go for chicken wings.
I was watching this Dan Harmon thing where he does this podcast, but he was talking about like
I know Dan Harmon.
He was watching this porn he was watching where it was this guy who is like it's a cuckold situation where the guy who's gonna
cuckold.
The guy
I'm not a cuckold.
The guy
that's a different situation.
So this is like because it's all about like status and that, right? Like the guy who's fucking your wife, he has all the status, and you're like the lowly piece of shit, right? Kind of thing. And because
I don't know.
Sometimes it's just like what happened in this porn though, particularly was that he was watching, and they showed a clip of it in like the video I was watching. It was really funny. Was that this guy? He's bought or this guy sold him a hoverboard thing. And he rides in. He's like, "Honey, look what I got!" And then the guy follows in. This creepy dude. He's like, "Oh, it was $800. The only way to pay for that, is you're gonna pay for that is to maybe get with me." And then and then but he's just like happily doing these turns the whole time. And it's like, and he said he was just joking. This is taking away all of the status you normally have from the other guy, and he's looking like a fucking king. It's like, no matter what, he doesn't care that his wife's getting fucked in front of him. He's just having a great time on the scooter.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. But I think there's like a little bit of both. There's that, and then like there's that episode of, what is it, Friends? Where Ross was trying to do a threesome with his his wife before she was a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
And like the chick, and then he felt left out and just went and got a sandwich. Like,
what I mean? Yeah. One of those, but I don't know.
Is that when he found out she was a lesbian though, or
I can't remember.
I don't know. I think it's fucking messy. Whatever the situation is. My opinion on that is.
I wonder what people think about that too.
Yeah. Honestly, let us know. Fucking on are you into fucking polyamorous move? Actually, you know what? I kind of want to hear the opinion of a person in it, because I see it right now. I'm just thinking of cock-hungry monsters, right? Like that's my fucking. I think this is just purely people need to fuck other people, and it becomes just a fucking. But I really want to hear what the emotional part of it. Like, are you do people really don't have the emotional capacity to fucking keep another person interested? Anyways.
Cock-hungry monsters.
Yes.
Cock-hungry monsters. Cock-hungry monsters. There they come. They're coming for your cock.
We went from the cock carousel. What was it?
Cock carousel to the cock-hungry monsters. That's a graduation system. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up.
You know what I'm hungry for?
Nah, fucking chubby chicken. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm hungry for them chubs.
I'm going to wrap this shit up. This is the other guy's podcast. Kirk was here tonight. Murray was here tonight. And it's me, Kevin. And yeah, let us know about your fucking sex-crazed fucking polyamorous relationships, or whether you want to sell your virginity to the young girls out there. If that's a thing you're into, let us know. And also keep on dating those older guys, especially guys in their 30s. And if you want to listen to us, find us on Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud.
And we're totally not creepy or weird or anything. We're cool. We're cool guys doing cool things.
Kirk is definitely creepy. Anyways, that's it. That's the other guy's podcast.
No, I'm creaky.
Jesus
like
fucking
wood.
Christ. Shut the fuck